I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
I'd say, oh my God. Hey, I'm not a football expert over here, but were the Carolina Panthers, as of yesterday, like one of the worst teams in the league as far as, what were they, 1-5?
Yeah, they were 1-5. I don't know that they were one of the worst teams as much as the worst team.
I'm not up to speed on all the stats.
Carolina's fired their coach earlier in the year.
Did they just trade away like their best player?
The best player.
So why do you trade away your best player?
Because
is that when you just give up?
Yes. I mean, the season's over. We're getting a new coach. Let's try to get as many draft picks as we can. The guy's worth some. The Carolina Panthers were in no position to play a talented team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday.
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Boy, I did not see any excerpts from the post-game presser with Tom Brady. Hey, Andrew, are there any notable sound bites from Tom Brady? Did he give us anything like...
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
I think he's being a little more careful with his words now.
Oh, boy.
Yes,
Froggy. Hey, yes.
I mean, I saw the game, but what happened?
What happened is the question.
I was doing the lawn during this time, so I missed it all.
How do you watch the game if you're doing the lawn?
You know, I mean, I'm a big fan.
And the lawn took you from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.?
Oh, yeah, that's a long time. Got to edge, got to weed whack, got to pick up the dog
What, you use
poo.
a pair of scissors? Just
yeah, of course.
Doing a manicure on your lawn with scissors?
Yeah, just little snippies. But it was a bad loss, huh?
Yeah, it was a bad loss.
Did you watch any of the game? Did you watch any? Oh, by the way, folks, welcome to, I started off with this.
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Listen, I'm 56 years old, man. There's a lot of schnit going on, all right?
Yeah.
When you hear everybody talk about, oh, he's distracted because of Giselle or he's distracted because of his pickleball. I mean, it's not pickleball. He just write a check for that.
Yeah, what was that? There was a story. I don't think we got to this, but there was a story like, I did see it. I printed it out. Like 2 weeks ago, Tom Brady was he investing in or doing something with pickleball? And what the hell is pickleball? Is it like outdoor racquetball with little bitty rackets? What the hell is
Old people tennis, right?
pickleball? It's old.
It's for all ages.
Yeah, well, okay. It's old people tennis that all ages have embraced, apparently.
How do you play it? What is it? How big is the court? Is it like the size
It's like
of
with a wiffle ball, and it's like a tennis court that's cut in half. And you have a little racket, and it looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it's actually really hot right now.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I know it's hot right now. I mean, I hear a lot about pickleball and Tom Brady. What the hell is Tom Brady getting involved with regarding pickleball? How about he just worries about football?
Okay, so
how about that?
He's not playing pickleball, even though Tom is older.
What's next? Onion ball? What's next?
Cucumber ball.
What, relish ball?
All right. Listen, pickleball's been around a while. I don't know that coming in hot with pickle jokes.
Listen, I know.
It's been around for a minute.
I know that pickleball's like huge up in the villages.
That shot was as crisp as a Vlasic.
So they're starting a professional pickleball league.
So the pickleball court is the size of like your garage floor.
It's small.
Is that about it?
A quarter of the normal tennis court.
There's not much running.
So like it's one half of one half.
I'm on my walker. I got my racket built into my walker.
You play on a rascal.
It's played with paddles and like a wiffle ball, and old people love it, and younger people have embraced it. And now they're starting a professional pickleball league because everything needs its own professional
Maybe that's
league.
where Tom Brady needs to go right now.
Well,
professional pickleball league.
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
He just wrote a check to be one of the guys behind it.
Behind like the International Pickleball League?
Yes.
So did he not complete many of the throws yesterday?
What?
I'm a big sports guy. I want to know.
Froggy, did you not watch any of that game yesterday?
A lot of Sundays I forget football's on. So in like the end of the day, I'm like, damn, I missed a lot of football today. What catch up?
How do you forget that
I'm just,
football on Sunday in the fall?
Any given Sunday.
I can almost care less from week to week, especially when they're playing a 1-5 team and they're going to win. I mean, why is Carolina even showing? Oh, wait. They beat the Bucs ass yesterday.
I did see somebody post that it might possibly have been the most boring game they've ever seen. Is that possible?
Well, the Bucs didn't score until what? Was it the third quarter? They finally got 3 points? I mean, no touchdowns? I mean, Tom Brady?
Okay, what I was saying earlier, as many distractions, pickleball, marital, whatever it is, people are making excuses because of distractions, but he is just getting older. This just might be that year when you fall off a cliff of being an NFL quarterback, NFL quarterback.
Age is just caught up. Is like suddenly like someone flicked the switch.
I think it's entirely possible.
And how about the Brady Bunching? Has anyone done that? The Brady Bunching. The Brady Bunching. Has anyone? I don't know if anyone's done the Brady Bunching.
Of course not.
No,
brilliant.
No, hold on. They've done the Brady Bunch for Tom Brady, but has anyone done the Brady Bunching?
No, that's pretty brilliant.
Here's the story. Oh, man.
Then they could have a luncheon.
The Brady Bunching.
Brady Bunching luncheon?
Yeah. For the song, we need to rhyme the word luncheon and buncheon.
That's tough.
The Brady Bunching and a luncheon. Maybe she met with her lawyers at a luncheon before maybe that's it.
So,
oh my God. All right. Yes.
Tom Brady could be the best thing about this team. The problems could be everywhere else.
But even Mike Evans, who catches like everything, I mean, he missed passes.
Tom didn't miss that catch.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
This proves how important Gronkowski is.
Who?
Gronkowski.
Glonk.
The Glonk.
The Glonk.
Yeah, I mean, since the Gronk left, it's like we're terrible.
We need Glonk back.
Glonk.
Glonk.
See, that guy's just laughing. Glonk is at his house just laughing.
You know it's Gronk.
Gronk. Yeah, Gronk.
Chonk!
Gronk.
Chonk!
Gronk.
All right, just getting rolling. Holy crap. 21-3 loss to the worst game in football?
Worst
team.
team in football. Yeah.
What'd I say?
Worst game in football.
That's what I meant. Worst team in football.
Yeah.
And the good news is
Yes.
they have absolutely no time to recover from this game because they play on Thursday Night Football this week against Baltimore.
Oh, my God. All right. just getting rolling.
Brutal.
Welcome, folks. It's a whole new week of MJ Morning Show crapcasting. Let's grab traffic and Pat. We're back in a minute. Hey, Fess, you ready to burn up some money later today?
Let's go.
Ready to burn up some cash?
Let's do it.
Let's talk about that next.
Well, looks like we got.
You know, it was some time ago, and ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the MJ Morning Show. I'm MJ with the crew, Fester and Roxanne, Froggy, and with the producers. Some time ago that I put in a ticket for the blocking of a website. Now, I'm guessing that our company uses a third-party administrator to, handle any website blocking? I mean, am I right or wrong?
I don't know. This company that we have now is really tight on internet access.
Yeah, so when we first got here, and this is 2 years ago, which is unbelievable. I can't believe that we've been in this reconfiguration, this relaunch of the MJ Morning Show. I can't believe that it's been 2 years. Two. Can't believe. A couple of people in radio get that. All right, so I can't believe it's been 2 years. And it was shortly after we started that I tried to go to like the Powerball website and I was blocked like it was a porn site or something. And I guess that I had a workaround, but I think the workaround has stopped. Yeah, because the workaround, if you went directly, and there's a reason why I'm bringing a Powerball, because there's a drawing tonight. Remember, what was it, last year? They added the Monday drawing, I think?
Yeah, and it's 3 times a week,
Yeah, now
right?
it used to be 2 times a week. Now it used to be what? It used to be Wednesday, Saturday? Is that it?
That sounds right. I don't know. Yeah.
And then like Mega Millions is like Tuesday, Friday,
Friday,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So when we first got here, I tried to go to the Powerball website because the jackpot was like big at some point when we were close to the beginning of the relaunch of the show. And I'm blocked. I'm here in the studio and it's blocked. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then it said gambling web category gambling. It was like, click here if you. There it is. So Fester just went there. Fester's trying to go to Powerball.com here at the Q105 studios, and it says this site has been blocked by your network administrator, Powerball.com. Block policy, CFS default, client IP address, blah, blah, blah. Block reason, gambling.
But wait a second. What can you actually do on the site? Aside from, it's not like you can buy tickets on the Powerball site, right?
It doesn't
makes you
matter.
think of gambling.
They're blocking the whole category.
Yeah.
That's silly.
They're blocking a lot of my favorite categories
Hey,
around here.
Can you see if 3-card Monty is blocked as well? No, I'm kidding. What are your other favorite categories?
No, all kinds of stuff.
Like what? Home bong making?
Whoa.
See if YouPorn comes up.
So,
I don't want to.
what do you think I said? Home bomb making?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't
Don't look that up either.
Yeah, that site is fully open. You can go to home bomb making.
Breezely.
But there used to be a workaround. If you went directly to Powerball.com, it was blocked. But there used to be a workaround where I could go to Google. I could go to the Googles. I could type in Powerball and then select it from the Google page listing. And for whatever reason, that would get through the firewall. And now I just tried to go to Powerball because I wanted to get the latest number since there was not a winner for Saturday night. And this now marks the point where I'll start buying a ticket. Like I'll probably stop on the way home today, maybe at the Winn-Dixie right here on 4th Street because, that's probably the most convenient for me. Or there is a 7-Eleven down there on 4th Street as well. So I'll probably buy, $10 worth of Powerball tickets because the jackpot I know is like over $600 million.
Make it 20.
You know what? It's a total losing proposition. It really is just taking your money and throwing it out the car window on the Howard Franklin Bridge.
You can't win it if you're not in it.
Thank you there, Froggy.
That's
I can't win if you're not. I mean, somebody does win. We get that. At some point, somebody does win. Just the odds of it being you are ridiculous. Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, you can get all that information from the Florida Lottery website, which is no longer blocked.
All right, so they're not blocking the Florida Lottery website.
Yeah, we put in a request for them to stop blocking it.
But they're still blocking Powerball.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, can you see if Mega Millions is blocked? And then check out YouPorn.
Okay. Mega Millions.
Yeah, see if that one's blocked.
I'm sure YouPorn will work.
Click on that. Oh, wait a son of a...
Mega Millions comes up.
Okay,
Wait a
we
minute.
can see that.
Mega Millions just came up. What kind of an ass backwards? What company do we use to block our whatever they think are dangerous websites?
Oh, the other site doesn't come up.
Go to KuKluxKlan.com.
Are you insane?
See if that comes up. I'm just trying to see if like some hate groups come up. No, there's no. Don't. I'm kidding around.
Oh, okay.
I'm being facetious. There's no Ku Klux Klan. I don't think there's a.
I mean, they have it on, I don't know.
Is that like a national organization these days, or
No.
Are they still even around?
I mean,
yeah, you get Klan members, I'm sure.
Oh, God.
My God, I mean,
Awful.
so what is blocked? Are the porn sites blocked?
Well, yes.
Yes. Gambling sites
Hey,
are
Roxanne,
blocked.
try to go to your favorite porn site. See if it's blocked.
I've never typed a porn site into my computer. Should I try to?
That's the name of your favorite site? Wow.
I've never typed a porn site into my computer.com.
Type bustyandlusty.com.
That's not a website.
Should I really type?
No, that's not a website.
No, of course
No.
not.
But hey, Andrew, can you put in a request so Powerball.com is not blocked?
Fester's wiki feet come up?
Yeah.
Yeah, WikiFeet comes up.
Okay.
That's how I added
So-
Roxanne.
A foot fetish website comes up that Fester. Oh, wait a sec.
Oh.
What? Oh my
No.
God! When did that? Oh, it is now blocked.
Did Roxanne
This is
put
terrible.
put in a coupon or a
Wait a
ticket
sec.
to
What
get
is-
it blocked?
Did they just?
Yes.
Did they just like update the blocking?
They must have.
What is going on here? So it is listed as Sonic Wall. Is that who our company uses? Because Fester just hit.
Well, it says if you believe the above website is rated incorrectly, click here, and
Right.
that's what I went to.
So Fester clicked there, and it went to something called Sonic Wall. So is that's the firewall?
Wow.
That's the wall? That's the big giant wall? Maybe they ought to be hired to build a wall down on the border. I don't know.
So they classify WikiFeet as adult or mature content.
But wait a sec. When
it's
was the
just
last
feet.
time you were on WikiFeet? And folks, WikiFeet is a creepy website. Well, it's
not
just
creepy.
It's just pictures of people's feet.
They judge your feet.
And Fester, what, last year?
Yeah.
Fester last year took pictures surreptitiously, Froggy, that would be sneakily, under the radar,
I knew that.
of Roxanne's feet and submitted Roxanne's feet to WikiFeet. And Roxanne was the foot of the day, right? Or the feet of the day?
She was the featured foot of the week.
Featured foot of the week was Roxanne Wilder with her feet dangling on her chair right here in the studio.
There's 5 pictures of you up here, Roxanne.
Yeah.
And we were able to go to WikiFeet, and now WikiFeet is blocked. It just came up as blocked.
Boo.
All right.
We need our wiki feet update.
So,
Fester said he's going to take pictures of my feet today
okay,
and put
speaking
them on
of
our Facebook.
Speaking of WikiFeet,
Yeah.
Roxanne's feet are on fire today.
Why
I-
are you
he-
looking? Why are you looking at
They're
Roxanne's
on
feet?
fire.
There's a
These feet are on fire.
That would be a phone. Got a hot foot.
Hang on a sec. Let me get the extinguisher. Let me put Roxanne's feet on.
I did a Tony Robbins hot cold run.
Why are Roxanne's feet on fire?
No, so usually during commercial breaks, I do nothing but stare at the floor here at the studio.
No.
And
does.
in my line of sight is Roxanne's digits coming out of her foot or her toes. And today she has one foot all white and the other foot all black.
Why is that?
I don't know, but it's
What?
Hold on, you have two different color shoes on?
No,
No,
one.
my
I'm
toes.
sorry, I didn't explain right. The toenails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wearing-
why don't you get your facts straight, man?
Okay, well, hold on. It's not that my facts were wrong. It's that there's just a couple more details to the story.
Misforward.
Yeah, that's kind of important that it's toenail polish. Is that what-
Everything I said
Yes.
is true. There's just a couple more facts. So same shoes, same pair of shoes, 1 foot white toenail polish, 1 foot black toenail
For
polish.
Halloween.
listen, I haven't even gotten to the Powerball deal here. All right, so why are your feet black and white?
Because that's what girls do. You go get your toes done and you're like, what do I want? And then I was going to do black and then I'm like, I can't decide. And I did one of each and it's
It
cool.
don't matter if you're black or white. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I would lump the whole gender
Not gonna spend my life being a color.
like Roxanne's
Donna
feet.
me America.
Roxanne's toes are second to none.
Yeah.
Ham on. Ham on. Ham on.
This
Ham
all,
on.
folks, this all started with freaking Powerball, and we're blocked. We can't go to the Powerball website. I had to turn on my phone. I had to turn the web off because I use the Wi-Fi here in the building. So I had to turn the web off to then go to just my 4G or 5G service. By the way, we barely get 4G. I don't know what's wrong. We don't get any really good cell service around here in St. Pete, where we are, at least near 4th and Gandy. So I had to turn the Wi-Fi off and then just use my data on my phone to bring up the Powerball website. And the drawing tonight is an estimated $610 million. So that's when, and by the way, there's a countdown to the drawing. 16 hours, 41 minutes, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Earth below. All right, so we've got 16 hours, 40 minutes until the drawing. $610 million. So this is where I will buy $10, maybe $20 worth of tickets, knowing damn well that it's still like, lighting that on fire, that $20 bill.
You never know. You
Well,
never
Well,
know.
yeah. And this, by the way, is the 8th largest grand prize in Powerball history. So $610 million. It's a pretty big number. So I will play later today, Fester. And this is sort of you'll buy one or two, right?
I'm probably good for a Jackson. I'll buy $20 worth of tickets.
All right. And are we taking pictures of Roxanne's black and white toes now? Are you putting that on WikiFeed? Are you going to try to get it reposted as the foot of the week or whatever the hell it is? All right. Why don't you discuss that among yourselves? All right. Quick break. Back in a second. We will dive into the early morons of the news. Good pile today. I'm rating it on the high side. Just a nice, diverse pile of morons. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, let's do it. Let's do the early chunk of the morons in the news. It's 6:39 here on a Monday. MJ and the crew here. All right, no particular order, just a bunch of freak faces. All right. A father accidentally called a business in Cleveland, Ohio, left a message on the business's voicemail trying to hire a hitman. That would be very, very unfortunate. We don't know who the business is because I don't know. First of all, I don't know Cleveland very well, but also it just mentioned the road that the business was on.
I mean, it might be a major road. I mean, there's hundreds of businesses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I think the police deliberately didn't mention what actual business was called. Man, you got a luck problem if you're trying to hire a hitman. First of all, there are no real hitman out there. Well, there are.
Well, yeah, there are.
There are, but listen, if you're trying to hire a hitman like on the internet, or if you find a hitman and you're emailing back and chances are it's a cop. All right.
Well, I mean, it could be, or it could be a real hitman.
But listen, there are not just a ton of like mob-like hitman out there. The bulk of the hitman stories that you hear where people try to hire a hitman to take someone out, those are typically cops and sting operations and undercover busts. The bulk of the hitman stories are not real hitmen. That's the point I'm trying to make.
How about the people who die and you think it's just, regular causes or just an accidental death, and those were all hitmen?
You mean the autopsy shows a heart attack, but it was really a hitman?
Yes.
Be a great hit, man.
Yeah, I mean, that guy would be like the millionaire of hitmen because he'd be so good. But usually you just can't open the Google and type in looking for hitman local.
Remember a while ago, we talked about this website where a guy has a website to hire a hitman, and the dude actually gets people looking to hire a hitman. And when he gets people that are serious, he turns that over to the police. We talked about this earlier this year, I think.
Yeah.
There's a website. See if you can find that.
Is it rentahitman.com?
Or hire a hitman or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's got good SEO.
Go to Rent a Hitman. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Rent a Hitman, your point-and-click solution. Click below for your free consultation. Your privacy is important to us. Got issues? Click here.
All
So,
right.
the dark web is not safe, but we are.
Okay.
Everyone
Yeah.
should know by now that the dark and deep webs are not safe places for you to shop for nefarious deeds. There are lots of potentially dangerous sites rife with viruses and fraud runs rampant there. Your privacy is not guaranteed, and your information could be leaked to thousands of less than stellar sites, including law enforcement, and that's no fun. Rent a Hitman is a safe, secure, and available website, World Wide Web. Our clients our clients' confidentiality is important to us, so rest assured that your information will remain private as required under HIPAA, the Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act of 1964. All of our competitors' websites cannot say that and shouldn't be trusted. Capiche?
All right, so this obviously is a joke site.
Well, duh.
I know this.
We talked about this like a year ago.
I'm not saying that for your information.
But the point is that this guy runs a joke spoof parody website to hire a hitman, and people actually don't know this is a joke. I mean, it is a parody. It is written sarcastically.
Yeah, but if you want a hit, man, you're not right in the head anyway.
That would be correct.
You're stupid.
Hang on, what is this?
They have testimonials. I mean, all fake testimonials.
Scroll up a little bit. Stop. Problem resolution, industry leader for over 100 years. Really? Their website over 100 years. All right. Global Crisis Management. Guido Finelli and family
Hey.
have operated Rent a Hitman continuously since 1920.
All right.
And
I love all their stock photos that they're using. Too.
oh, yeah. These are all like Getty Images or stockphoto.com or whatever it is.
So
It's a phony website.
Yes.
So there is no rentahitman.com, but people actually will hit inquiry, put the information, go ahead and click inquiry, because then it has like a whole template where you fill out your name, what you're looking for. And this dude, the guy that runs Rent a Hitman, then will turn the information over to local authorities. Does he still have the...
They have a careers link?
No. Service
Contacts,
request form. Click on that. Yeah, service request form. And keep going. Yeah, there we go. All right, so your name, I certify that I'm a minor or an adult, birth date, your email address, phone number, your address for field operative use only.
All right, so
field operative contact preference, enter your desired code or safe word. Keep going. And then targets information, self, relative, neighbor, nanny, politician, insurrectionist, accountant, spouse.
Insurrection.
So this whole thing's a joke site. We
It
get
is.
it. All right.
It is.
Is there audio
Andrew
the
says,
message?
Andrew says scroll to the bottom. We probably covered this a long time ago. All the way to the look at how long this form is.
It's a pretty lengthy form.
What are we looking for, Andrew, at the very bottom?
Go to the main page at the bottom where they have, due to contractual restrictions, Rent-A-Man is no longer affiliated with
What?
Diners Club, the Detroit Lions, Kanye West, the Illuminati, Donald Trump. Okay.
Alec
It's a
Baldwin,
joke.
Kyle Rittenhouse, Carol Baskin, or Vladimir Putin.
This joke is becoming less and less funny the
Right.
more we read about it. But
All right, but the Rent the Hitman website is phony. We talked about this a while ago, but people really do put their information in looking for a hitman. I mean, what kind of a schmuck? I mean, what kind of complete total moron thinks that there's a website called Rent a Hitman and you put in all your contact information
An optimist.
and then they'll get back to you?
Yes.
there you go, and somebody with optimism.
No, I would say an idiot.
Is
Not
there
an optimist. I would say an idiot.
is there audio of the message left at the Cleveland business looking for a hitman?
There is, but they didn't release that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
all we need.
I know. All right, so let me get back to why we initially started talking about rentthehitman.com and why this is morons in the news. A Westlake, Ohio police investigation has uncovered the details here. They say a Cleveland father. Now, I don't know why this is essential to the story from News Channel 5 Cleveland, but they say a Cleveland father accidentally called a business to hire someone to murder his son. I guess that's why he's a father.
A son.
Yeah. Well, a Cleveland father. I would just think that I think that a Cleveland man was trying. I don't know. Maybe
You should pick apart the writing at this
Only
point.
because it was the son. You know, I
Yeah,
understand
that's
that.
why. But still, it just was a little awkward to me. All right. So the police there say that a father was trying to hire a hitman to take out his son and called a phone number, but accidentally left a voicemail at a business. Police say they received a call at 10:45 p.m. on October 13th from a business on Canterbury Road in Cleveland, or Westlake, Ohio, I should say, the Cleveland area, to report suspicious voicemails. An employee was alarmed because the messages indicated that a man wanted to put a $5,000 hit on another person. Police said that detectives discovered the man misdialed an individual's phone number and accidentally left the messages. The 58-year-old man from Cleveland admitted to making the calls, was arrested, according to police, who say the man blamed poor judgment from a previous argument with his son and alcohol. Oh, so now he's trying to claim this is an alcohol-related incident. This was an ARI. Oh, did you find the audio?
I don't know. I haven't heard it yet. I think I might have. This is from Fox 8 in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, because Fox or the News Channel 5 Cleveland didn't have the audio.
All right.
Because I assumed that the police didn't release it. All right, Fester, I think, found the audio
I may have to rewind it once we play it.
from a different website.
All right.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah, just go ahead and go ahead and hit. Just go. I got it. Just take it just to the beginning. Just go right to the beginning.
Yeah. These websites, these news sites, they'll drop a sponsor on you.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
This is a voicemail left at a business in Westlake back on October.
Let me go back to the beginning on this thing. Why won't this thing go?
I'm trying.
Hang on, man. I'm trying to go to
It goes back to. I hate to refresh the page and I get another commercial.
Hi, my son's name is. It's a $5,000 hit on it.
This is a
There
voicemail
you go.
left at a business in Westlake back on October 13th.
I don't give a where he at or what he doing or who he with. Kill that.
Right around 11 p.m., we got a call from one of our businesses here in Westlake.
According to Westlake Police Captain Jerry Vogel, an employee at the business on Canterbury Road received a total of 3 phone calls and 2 voicemails.
The person who was calling actually was calling another number a lot of times that was 1 digit off from our business in Westlake. So when he called this number, he misdialed by 1 number.
Police say that man was 58-year-old Desmond Ramsey of Cleveland,
There you go.
who was looking to hire someone to murder his son.
He had gotten in a fight with his adult son the day before. He claims he had a couple too many drinks and made this phone call, but he admitted it was him on the phone.
Now, Westlake police charged the father with a felony, complicity to commit murder. Bond was set at $500,000 cash, and he was transported to the Cuyahoga County Jail.
Police say the son was...
There you go. Anyway, so that report had obviously some of the sound bites, and the guy does sound a little drunk, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. Just a bit.
But that is mighty unfortunate when you're trying. And I would like to know, where did this guy find this alleged hitman?
Who was the other number? Who was he trying to call?
That's what I'm saying. Who was the other number, and who was this alleged hitman that he was trying to call when he accidentally called the business?
How did the guy know who was interviewed of the business that it was 1 digit off?
Oh, wouldn't it suck to be a Cleveland hitman and you
Hold
get
on.
busted?
Say that again.
Did you hear him when he was being interviewed? He's like, I guess the number he was trying to call was 1 digit off of mine. You
No.
didn't hear that?
Yeah, he said he's gotten calls before.
Looking for
The business has gotten calls? I don't know.
I don't really understand. I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
Well, the main question is when you're drunk, you probably shouldn't try to dial a number looking for a hitman.
All
Or
good.
just don't keep hitting redial on your phone.
But I'd like to know who the father thought he was
Yes.
calling, and how did he get a number for an alleged hitman to take out his son, who obviously he was very angry at for some reason. Anyway, that's why we call it Morons in the News. Thanks for finding the audio, because the
Good job, Fest.
News Channel 5 Cleveland didn't have it, but you found it on Fox 8 Cleveland. Amazing job there, Fester. All right, we shall continue with the early Morons in the News next, including, did you see what happened at a St. Pete sushi bar?
Yes.
Oh, my
Get
God.
a little more than sushi.
All right, hang on a minute. St. Pete Sushi Bar. Morons in the News continue next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. At 7:03, little popo there, little police. MJ and the crew here, Roxanne and Froggy, Fester, me, MJ, Andrew, the producer. And I think everyone in the room likes sushi. I mean, Froggy, I think you just mentioned that you guys were going to Yoko's, I think, last week, right?
Yes, and I only eat my sushi with mayonnaise and the tail hanging out. Nice.
Did you just hit your microphone on and off?
Yeah, it was an accident. I was trying to turn it on.
Dude, it is
I'm glad
on.
you noticed.
It's already on.
Why would you? You're already talking for 30 seconds, and why you
I'm
don't
not sure.
touch the buttons? You're like a little kid.
So it's
Don't touch. Stop touching the
I like to annoy
buttons.
Fester.
I mean, I turn the mics on anyway. Just keep your hands away from the buttons.
Yes, but like I was saying, I only eat my sushi Americanized. I don't like real fish. I don't want to pick up a salmon and bite it.
You like the mayonnaise roll, is what you like.
It's really good.
I like eel sauce. I like fried shrimp. Yes, like Roxanne eats.
Right,
The
I'm
Americanized.
holding up a video because I actually took this video on Saturday and I was like, MJ, look at this sushi. Doesn't it look delicious? And it just has gobs of mayonnaise all over
my
it.
God, will you stop it, please?
No way, it's good.
Stop it with sushi is the fish and the rice. It's not all of the mayonnaise and all the
Says who?
Says
Yeah.
the Japanese that invented this stuff.
Yeah, but it really tastes
All right,
good.
anyway.
What's your problem?
Because it's not. All right, I don't want to get sidetracked on this. We have a situation with a sushi bar in St. Petersburg, and you're not going to believe this. We're going to be able to come up with a whole bunch of new roll ideas here. You want to talk about non-traditional Japanese sushi?
Well, they really name rolls after anything, really.
Oh, yeah. Well,
anything.
Hubcap roll.
I think we're about to deal with that here in a second. All right, this is a Japanese restaurant in St. Petersburg, and according to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, they were like running a drug operation out of the sushi bar. Now, I'm looking at the arrest affidavit, and according to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, around 1:22 in the morning, 1:22 a.m. Friday morning, you had deputies with the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. They executed a search at the Oishi Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar on 34th Street North. Now, this was all wrapped up in some kind of a local drug investigation, trafficking, drug sales. So the deputies, along with undercover agents, I guess we're working on this operation. The undercover guys, the UCs, they had previously purchased drugs from the restaurant's owner. So the owner of the restaurant, 40-year-old Tron Boy.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Well, his last name is B-U-I. I don't know. Boy. I don't know how do you.
Yeah, I think it's boy.
It's Boy. So Tron Boy of Pinellas Park. Now, that doesn't sound like a traditional Japanese name to me. That sounds like it might be a Vietnamese name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds Tron. That sounds Vietnamese to me. So this 40-year-old dude was apparently selling drugs, allegedly, to the undercover Pinellas County Sheriff's Department deputies. Now, once the buy was made and they executed the search, the deputies found a safe in the sushi bar office. The safe had a whole lot of non-sushi-like items inside.
Well, you wouldn't want to keep raw meat in a safe anyway.
Well,
but
you've got refrigerated safes. Haven't you seen those?
not-
If you have very good, high-quality tuna, you want to keep that in a safe.
yeah, not in offices.
All
Do
right.
they make cool safes?
No, I don't think so. All right. So here's the deal. The cops found, Pinellas County deputies, in the safe, in the sushi bar, they found 750 grams of cocaine.
Oh, I'll take a Coke roll.
Yeah. 985.5 grams of MDMA.
So you can order your sushi roll and then you can roll on Molly or ecstasy.
There you go.
Is that what MDMA is? Molly?
Yeah, well, that's MDMA is ecstasy, or Molly's another name,
Right.
street name, Molly. So you could roll two ways.
Mhm.
You could get a sushi roll and also have a nice roll it on E.
Yeah.
Yeah. 65 grams of ketamine. Isn't that
Cat tranquilizer?
Yeah, I think it's cat tranquilizer.
Special K. Right?
Special K, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why there was a whole rash like years ago of like these druggies busted into veterinarian offices trying to steal the ketamine. What else was? 10 grams of Adderall. That's not a lot.
That's one pill, isn't it?
10 grams, well, that would be milligrams. Yeah, so 10 grams of Adderall, and of course there's that Adderall shortage that we talked about last week.
Yeah, because of this guy.
Yeah, all 10 grams. And then they also found 20 grams of oxycodone. So all of this in the safe in the sushi bar. Now, Fester, do me a favor. Go to Google reviews.
Sure.
Go to Google, and I want you to type in Oishi Sushi on 34th Street North.
And listen, there are...
Whoa, hang on. Wait a
Yeah.
sec. It says Oishi Sushi and Japanese Steakhouse permanently closed.
According to Google.
They must have just added that.
Yeah, there are a couple of Oishis around the Tampa Bay area, probably not related.
There used to be one in Channelside.
Yeah, it's a fairly common name for an Japanese-inspired restaurant.
It means yummy.
Oishi, Oishi. Now, this is only the Oishi Sushi and Japanese Steakhouse on 34th Street North in St. Petersburg. And Google Reviews has it as permanently closed.
I mean, it has excellent reviews.
Oh, listen.
4.5 out of 5 stars.
It had a 4.5. Hang on, let me check the latest here and see. Let's see. This was 9 months ago. Let me do the newest. The newest review is 5 months ago.
This must not be the place, or they must have reopened under the name
No.
Yoshi.
No, it's on 34th Street North in St. Pete. This is the place.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we ought to call them up. You want to buzz them up and see if.
I don't know if anybody's going to answer.
Well, but it might go to a cell phone, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm going to cat roll.
So,
Actually, I was corrected. It's ketamine is horse tranquilizer.
Ketamine.
Ketamine.
I think it could be used for all big animals.
I just remember it being used for. I remember hearing years ago that it was something to do with cats.
I thought it was a tiger tranquilizer.
Yeah.
All right. Also, at the sushi bar, this is like the $20,000 pyramid. Things that you wouldn't expect to find at a sushi bar. Who wants to play?
You know,
We're the winner's circle or whatever they call that.
An 8-ball.
Hang on a minute. You use this to measure stuff. Use this to weigh stuff.
A scale. A cup.
Yes, a scale. All right, next. All right. You use this to put the drugs in it before you sell it on the street.
A canister?
No.
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 Little
A vial.
baggies?
A vial.
What?
Little baggies?
Yes, little baggies. Yes. Okay,
Nice.
next one. All right.
Come on, this is fun.
Cut up straws.
That's all I have.
Rolled up $100 bills?
All right, so they found a digital scale. They found plastic bags, all the drugs in the safe. Unbelievable. Do you expect that at a sushi bar?
You know, now I do. I mean, they've really raised the threshold for the services I expect from a great sushi place.
You know how you can go and you can get, I like to take a little tiny bite of the wasabi just on its own, and it just opens up your sinuses so good.
Oh.
Yeah, just like MDMA.
Or cocaine.
Just-
probably.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just like snorting some cocaine. Absolutely. So, according to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, they found the key to the safe on Mr. Boy at the time. Now, they also found an RV. There was an RV on the property, and inside the RV, there were several guns, including 2 rifles, 6 handguns.
Whoa.
The RV was locked, but they were able to find keys inside the sushi bar.
My God, they had some serious operation
to
going.
open up the RV. When you think of RVs and drugs, you think of Breaking Bad. You think of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I can't get over how high the Google reviews were for this restaurant. 4.5, I would go there without even thinking twice.
Yeah.
They got the highest reviews.
Yeah, very high, very high. You want to get high? Very high. Very high at this operation. Anyway, this guy, Tran Bowie, what's his full name? His name was Hai Tran Bui of Pinellas Park. Apparently, he was convicted for MDMA charges, back in 2004.
Okay. So he has a history of it.
He's been in the business.
Some kind of distribution charges years ago. That's 18 years ago. And then, I guess, he because of that, being a felon, he shouldn't be in possession of firearms. So this is a whole big deal. But the website says they're closed. So what a waste of 4.5 stars on Google reviews. Was he not making enough money with the sushi bar? You had to resort to, allegedly selling drugs as well?
Did you have to order a special roll? Was there a code word for him to know in the
I
kitchen?
don't know.
Let me get that California cocaine roll.
The California Coke roll, yeah. I'll take the crystal meth roll or whatever the heck it is. All right, amazing. You never know what's happening. You never know what's going on. At a sushi bar, it's a whole big drug operation going on. All right, when we get back, I want to delve into some great MJ Morning Show email. I went through email extensively over the weekend and just a lot of new email that I got to go over. Oh, also, did you hear about the Gronk update? Do you know what's going on with Gronkowski? Remember last week we talked about Gronk and the penthouse apartment in downtown Tampa that's for rent that used to be his?
Yeah, at the Towers of Channel side, right?
Oh, my God. You got to hear about the update on this story. Gronk is pissed. Hold on. The Bucs are terrible. I guess we'll roll that in. Speaking of rolls. All right, hang on. Back in a second here on the and we start the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. Stand by. If you $105-724 here on this Monday, 1 week away, Halloween. And again, as you've heard us over the last couple of weeks, very disappointed. Halloween on a Monday. That just kind of sucks. I mean, when you think of Halloween, I mean, really? Halloween on a Monday?
It happens. It's just the way the calendar falls.
Of course it does. And it's gonna change every year. You're going to have it on a different day. But, we're in the cycle now of just some lousy weekday Halloween nights where you kind of want Halloween to be on a Friday, a Saturday. Sunday is certainly better than a Monday, even though you have work and school the next day.
If I do the math correctly, every 5 years, we got to wait 5 years to go to a weekend again.
Unless it's a leap year. I can't keep track of leap
probably
years.
4 years. Yeah. But I will say next year, St. Patrick's Day is a Friday and Cinco de Mayo is a Friday.
That's good.
I don't celebrate those.
That's good for the bar business because I'm sure that jacks up those are bar holidays anyway. Let's be honest.
You know who doesn't care at all about that? Italians. St. Patrick's Day or Cinco de Mayo? Psh.
Columbus Day is our day.
Yeah, seriously.
Wasn't Columbus Day canceled?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I mean, they've taken down, listen, across the country.
Talk about Christopher like that.
Christopher.
We'll talk about Chrissy.
Christopher. Yeah, talking about Christopher's girlfriend.
You don't lay your hands on her until you give her your name.
What was Christopher's girlfriend in The Sopranos? What was her name?
Adrian?
Adrian, that's right. Adriana, right? All right, Gronk. You remember what we did with Gronk last week, right? We had a story about Gronkowski and the former penthouse apartment that he apparently lived in down in the Channel Side area.
All right, for some reason, when I heard that headline, I thought Gronk owned the place and he bought it.
Why would he buy it?
I don't know. That's just how it registered with me, that he bought it, he owned it. It was his property, and he was the one selling it.
The way the story was presented last week, it sounded like it was Gronk's penthouse that was for sale and he owned it. Fester, you are correct. Do you have the original story?
I mean, here's something from the New York Post. See inside Rob Gronkowski's insane $2.4 million. That's the Miami apartment.
Yeah, that's the head of the apartment in downtown Tampa was $5 million. So
listed for 5.4.
Yeah. So Tampa penthouse, where former NFL star Gronkowski lived, is on the market for $5.4 million. That's the story we had last week. Fester, what did you just dig up? Miami?
Well, I typed in Gronk and apartment and a Miami story.
Right, so I guess there was a story about his Miami apartment at some point. Well, here's the update on this thing. Gronk is not happy about his name being used to try to sell the apartment, which obviously is not his. And he is apparently not thrilled with the actual owner and is saying some nasty things about the owner of the apartment in downtown Tampa. Now, the former Buck used to live at the towers of Channel Side. He was in the penthouse on the 28th floor, and it had a phenomenal panoramic view of the Tampa Bay area. The owner has listed the property at $5.4 million. And that would be the most expensive apartment in this skyscraper in downtown Tampa. But Rob Gronkowski is weighing in with some negative thoughts on the owner and the apartment. And you're like, well, hang on a second. What the hell what's going on here?
He doesn't live there anymore. Why is he doing that?
His name is the only thing associated with this, and it's ridiculous price. Is it a ridiculous price?
You know, the problem is everything Gronk does, in the past at least, is turned into a promotion. Like, watch the Super Bowl at Gronk's house.
Right.
Gronk's bar mitzvah party.
I just saw
it's like, Jesus, this guy, everything's a promotion with this guy.
Everything's a party.
There was an ad that popped up on my Facebook feed, grilling with the Gronks. And
Yeah,
all
it's like,
five brothers are talking about how to like cook a pork tenderloin
Everything
or
is a
something.
promotion with these guys. I mean, how is this not?
Grilling with the Gronks?
Yeah, it came up on my Facebook feed.
All right. Anyway, here's the deal. According to Essentially Sports, he lived in the towers at Channelside. That's not being disputed. This is the 28th floor. The owner has now listed this apartment for $5.4 million. But Gronkowski has some negative comments on the owner and of the apartment. Gronk went on his Instagram, on his stories, and had a few words. Gronkowski said, quote, "This unit is a dump."
What? $5 million dump?
I'm sorry. All right, so these are quotes.
How's that possible?
These are quotes from Gronkowski's Instagram stories. "This unit is a dump since I moved in. It was the only option at the time. The whole unit needs to be redone. The owner is trying to rip people off. He is not a good guy. Stop using my name to sell it."
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
That is Gronk.
Gronk's pissed.
So where is the owner actually using his name to sell it? Is it in like the MLS description, or is it just a rumor, or not a rumor because it's a fact?
All the stories about the unit being for sale are, hey, Gronk used to live here. Want to live in Gronk's old apartment. So the owner clearly is working with the real estate agents, and that's part of the selling point. Oh, yeah, because every story that was written on this, on the fact sheet to the media, they must have said that, hey, Gronk, when he played for the Bucs, when Gronk lived in Tampa Bay, this was his unit.
Well, that's kind of what you do to sell it to the next one, because we rent some spaces to some Rays players or different MLB players when they come in for spring training, and we're always doing that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, this is the
where
home
Bryce
that Miley
Harper
Cyrus rented when she played at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's how you get it.
But if one guy didn't want you using his name in the publication of or the sale of it, you'd respect that, wouldn't you?
100%.
Yeah, sure.
That's pretty strongly worded for Gronk on his Instagram stories to say, "This unit is a dump since I moved in." I'm going to take a couple of points off for grammar there, Gronk, because it should be like, "This unit was."
Who do you think you're talking about?
A party guy.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about. Let's be glad that Gronk is even close to English, and here you are parsing grammar. Okay?
Apartment bad apartment, not good.
Yeah, remember last time he called on the show? He tried to eat the phone. He's an animal. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm kind of intrigued by this. I wonder if the owner is going to try to go after Gronk legally.
The owner's a bad guy? What does that mean?
Again, this is just... I wonder if Gronk ran this by his attorney before he put this out on his Instagram.
Maybe he clogged his toilet and the owner wouldn't come.
Gronk
take
angry.
care of it.
Gronk need lawyer.
I mean, you really just can't call somebody a bad guy without giving more detail.
Again, the quote on Gronk's Instagram is this: "This unit is a dump since I moved in. It was the only option at the time." Yeah, I'm sure in the entire Tampa Bay area, this is the only apartment that Gronk could have rented, or the only house that Gronk could have rented. All right, so he says again, "This unit is a dump since I moved in. It was the only option at the time. The whole unit needs to be redone. The owner is trying to rip people off, / he is not a good guy."
Wow.
I mean, those are some strong terms to say the owner is trying to rip people off and he's not a good guy. And then it ends again with, "Stop using my name to sell it."
Sounds like he's had some issues with this guy in the past.
Or he just wants a piece of the action because that's what he likes to do. Throw a party, make some money.
Gronk don't like owner.
I don't know. This seems like an awfully long stretch to get back into it.
I don't think he wants a piece of the action, Roxanne. I think that'd be a little bit of a stretch.
Need action.
He is trying to distance. Yeah, that's how you get a piece of the action, is you say that this place is a ripoff, it needs to be redone, and the owner's a bad guy.
Well, maybe that ship has
that's how
sailed.
you endear yourself to get in on the action.
Hey, this is Gronk. I make $1 million off this transaction now. This place is great.
It's a dump.
Oh, you love it. The owner, he's a real saint.
Anyway, I don't think we've heard the last of this, but I thought that was a very interesting update. All right, I have a pile of email that we got to get to. And I'm telling you right now that I just had a a whole stretch of time this weekend where I tried to catch up on email. And I mean, I try to do email every day. Sometimes, we get so much email. Now, I look at everything. I just want everyone to know that I look at all email, and I get great ideas from you. So you, the MJ Morning Show listener, I see all email. I try to answer everyone. I try to get back to you. But sometimes I just get flooded with email. I see it, and we'll use your email. If you've got great content, if you got something great to, offer up, or listen, if you have a question, I try to answer all questions. You can always get a hold of me at MJ Morning Show on our email address, which is mj@mjmorningshow.com. So my personal email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. I'd like to share with you, as I did spend a stretch of a number of hours over the weekend going through email and trying to return as many emails as I could. Some of these I just printed out. I didn't have time to answer back. But the first email that I got I thought was fascinating. And it sure as hell looks like you, Roxanne. Did you have a video on YouTube where you take a swing with a golf club and you hit somebody with the ball?
What?
Did you clock somebody?
Maybe.
There is
I don't know.
It sure as hell looks like you.
How would you not remember such a thing?
That's a very specific thing. I mean, did you ever hit anybody with a golf ball? And then the video
I'm trying to think of like some sort of I think I did something funny with a golf ball one time.
No.
Whoa,
Did you take a swing with a golf club and hit somebody with the golf ball?
Driving
yes,
range.
Sounding familiar. Yes, it was.
How do you forget?
No.
How do you hit somebody with a golf ball and you forget?
Because it was the person that was out there getting the balls. I didn't hit them. I hit like the thing that they were driving.
Oh, the cart?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I try always to do, and I never can.
All right, because listen to this. Here's the audio. Someone sends me this video of Roxanne. And then you put your hands on your face like, oh my God. And
sounds like you.
I mean,
it's me.
So that is you. How long ago was this?
Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I'm wearing the same shirt
Hold
that
on.
I'm wearing today.
Are you serious?
Oh, creepy.
What year is the video from? Hang on a minute. What?
This is insane.
What year is the video from? You wear the same shirt?
Wow.
All right, Froggy's going over to look at this thing.
Nice swing.
All right, what is the year on the video? What year was this put on YouTube?
What year?
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, just look underneath.
I think it's like 2010-ish, maybe.
Hold on, you have this. It's 2022 and you're wearing the same shirt?
I'm the same size. Why would I need to? Yeah, I've had this shirt, I guess. for
Wait a
long
minute.
time.
Somebody sends me an email of a link to YouTube where you take a swing with a golf club and you hit somebody with the ball and you're wearing the same shirt that you were wearing in 2010 and you're wearing it this morning on the MJ Morning Show?
And I only wear like the same piece of clothing like twice a year. So
What
that's
the
weird.
hell are the odds of that happening?
It's
Did you
freaky.
get that at Forever 41?
I got it Forever 21. Yeah. I think it's it is super old. I think it's BCBG.
All right, so this is real?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
All right, so this is like a nanosecond shot. It doesn't even show you hitting the guy in the golf cart.
No, it was the guy. I remember this now. He was driving and getting balls.
Where
that's on a
was this?
range.
Where was the driving
I don't remember
range?
what range it was. I have no.
But then you do this like, oh my God, you do like
Yeah.
this nervous hop and
Yeah,
oh
I
my
know.
God.
All right, so the whole video is like 3-4 seconds.
Oh, it's
long.
very quick. But somebody said, sent me this email. Check this video out. Randomly popped up on my YouTube feed. No idea where it came from. It looks like Roxanne. Not sure if it's a joke or real. Backstory might be interesting. So Sergio, hey Serge, thanks for the email. I appreciate you sending this of Roxanne whacking somebody with a golf ball.
Yeah, that's true. That's me.
while wearing the same damn shirt. All right, hey,
That's weird.
Andrew, can you get this video up on videos that we mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, please? Can you get this up? Am I annoying you? No, seriously, you've got this look of annoyance on your face.
The way it shows up on here in the reels, I don't know how easy it is to put it up there.
Dude, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, share.
Yeah, just put the YouTube link up. I mean, when I type in the YouTube link and boom, it comes up. So how about that?
We'll figure it out.
Andrew, you want me to punch him in the face?
I have an email fester on the overweight passenger story from last week. And this is sort of a refresher. So somebody sent me an email after we talked about the person that was wedged between. Remember it was the Australian American woman.
Yeah, it was a Dr. Watson or something like that.
Yeah. So we did a story last week about this woman who kind of lit up the internet and got a lot of chatter going and a lot of debate because the woman was on an American Airlines flight. And, well, remember the flight was it Miami or something? Or where was the flight? Or it was a domestic flight.
Maybe like Miami to Dallas or something.
I can't remember what the actual flight was. But this woman was in the middle seat on an American Airlines flight. And it turns out that two relatives were very overweight, and they had the aisle and they had the window. And they were very overweight, and they were spilling out into the middle. So they were kind of leaking over. They were just very large people. And this woman was wedged, and she was complaining that she didn't even get to use her entire seat, that both of these people were just absolutely just jamming her in. Her name is Sydney Watson. And she went on social media with this. I think she went on her Instagram, on her Twitter feed. And this just started a huge debate again. American Airlines put out a statement that originally, we fly passengers of all types and sizes. And it appeared that American Airlines was kind of snapping back at her. But then there was an update last week that American Airlines gave her a voucher toward her next flight because of the inconvenience of not being able to use her entire seat because the two passengers next to her, window and aisle, were just cramming and cramping her. All right. So, Fester, with that, I got an email from Jared, and you know what? When he brought up this email, I'm like, yeah, I guess we did do that. Fester, do you remember when Southwest put in the policy back in the early 2000s? Poll 20 years ago. That would have been 2002 because you planned the bit shortly after Southwest Airlines announced enforcement of their policy to require larger passengers to purchase an extra seat on the plane if they couldn't fit within their seat. Fester and another overweight guy, I don't recall his name, possibly a friend, got on a Southwest flight from Tampa to West Palm during the show and called in from the gate while boarding, and again after they landed to test whether the two of them taking up an entire row of seats would cause a problem and trigger the Southwest new policy. You may have even sent an intern along with them to take pictures. Am I remembering this correctly? And it's signed Jared. Keep up the good work. Hey, thanks, Jared. You know what? We did this.
Yeah, but it was a listener.
You and a listener.
But the listener had to be like 500 pounds.
The listener was like, he dwarfed you.
Yeah, I was like the moon to his Jupiter.
Do you remember this?
Vaguely.
I know.
It was like the cheapest ticket we could get would be the Southwest from Tampa to West Palm.
I think it was what?
Yeah.
Back when they had a flight. I don't think Southwest does Tampa to West Palm any longer, which that was convenient, actually.
And our two big butts got on the plane, took up the entire row. There was no way a middle seat could have fit. But we were talking to you guys live on the radio during the taxiing, and then we were there in like an hour.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
I wonder who the person was. I wonder if...
Oh, he's probably dead.
Oh, that's lovely.
I mean, the 500 pounds.
I mean, 500.
Like 20 years
that's
later.
That's right. I remember the guy was like twice the size of you, and you're...
I'm a pretty big
you're
guy.
no skinny mini over there, all right?
Yeah, he was...
Yeah.
He was like Austin Powers' fat bastard fat.
I wonder
fat.
if the dude's still alive. Listen, if anyone listening knows the really big, heavy dude that Fester tested the Southwest Airlines have to buy an extra seat if you're too heavy policy, if anyone knows who that individual was, maybe it's you. are you still alive? But I think they were over.
I'm 700 pounds now.
Is that?
I mean, if I were going to make a wager, I would say he's dead.
Because I believe the guy was like 400 to 500 pounds.
He's a really, really big guy.
That's right. So this is all coming back to you, right?
I've had a great last couple 20 years. I've gained pound after pound.
I mean, does that ever happen?
Froggy, stop.
That doesn't happen.
So
I mean,
if the guy is still around,
he's not.
or if you know who the individual was, give us a call. You don't have many 500-pound folks that last a long time. Just, sadly. All right, 800-990-1047. If by any chance you were that very large person, or if they're now deceased and you knew that very large person that Fester did the Southwest test with sometime in the early 2000s, give us a call. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
Or if you're still alive, I'll buy him some fried fish for lunch or something. We'll go out, take him out somewhere.
Yeah, go ahead. Add more weight to the pile.
Listen.
That's great. All right, Fester, email directed to you.
Okay.
Again, folks, we're doing MJ Morning Show email bag here because we got a whole bunch of email that I wanted to catch up on. And Fester, you're the subject of this.
Can you say it with a space between email and bag instead of the space between E and mailbag?
What did I say wrong?
You said we're going through our mailbag, and I just
Our email bag.
Okay,
Is that better for you?
Oh,
All right,
the
all
mailbags.
Get all nitpicky on me over here.
What's in the
Fester, you are
female bag?
correct.
That's right. Thank you. I don't want to
All
talk
right,
about my mailbag.
Fester, this is directed toward you. This came from Robert. And Robert writes, "Good morning. I heard Fester put out some incorrect information about four-way stops."
No.
Yeah. This is a couple of weeks back. This is actually like 3 weeks ago. All right. Good morning. Heard Fester put out some incorrect information about four-way stops. He said drivers on the left have the right of way when two vehicles stop at the same time. It's actually the opposite. Drivers on the right have the right of way. See section 316.122 Florida statutes.
You know what? I remember that, and we actually spoke to later in the show for something unrelated. I believe the chief of police for the city of Clearwater.
Guess what? This email came from Robert Vincent, chief of police, city of Gulfport.
Okay.
There you go.
So later in the show, chief, another police chief corrected it. So you're absolutely right. I was mistaken when I said that.
So we have to say good morning to the chief of police for Gulfport, Robert Vincent. Robert, thanks for sending us an email a couple of weeks ago. We do appreciate it.
That's a good name to know if you ever get pinched in Gulfport.
Two more, Robert Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know Robert Vincent, the chief of police.
I know the chief.
I know some big higher-ups here. You want to reconsider this speeding ticket as you're flying past Stetson, right?
One time I tried to drop the name of the mayor of Kenneth City when I got pulled over by KCPD, and the guy's like,
How'd that work?
He's like, yep, I know him too. Here's your ticket.
Hold on, you knew the mayor of Kenneth City?
Yeah, through a friend of a friend, I knew the mayor. This is years ago. I
Didn't get you too far,
no,
did it?
he
Yeah.
still got my ticket.
Yeah. All right, so Froggy, this is directed toward you.
Oh, I thought I was going to
Again,
be...
this is the MJ Morning Show email bag. Is that better? Did I say it better now?
Yes,
That's fun.
Just mailbag doesn't sound right.
It's fall. Where the hell is the Froggy Fall Concert Series? This comes from Jay Jones. Froggy, where the hell is the Friday Fall Concert Series?
Well, if you remember last year at the end of the Froggy Fall Concert Series, Skrizzle retired from the Fall Concert Series. He got too old.
But who says it has to be Skrizzle?
I mean, who else is there?
Well, come up with another one.
All right.
If you want to get somebody else in here to do the actual stunt, I'm down for that.
Let's analyze the whole situation.
Listen, we have a jingle for crying out loud.
Pastor, please, let him
Come
know.
on.
The issue isn't Froggy singing the dumb songs or he and I may occasionally writing the dumb songs together or performing the dumb songs. The stunt afterwards were really injuring the guy. He would jump through tables. He had a busted leg. He limped MJ for 4 months when he's twisted his ankle jumping into the
I
pumpkin
had
patch.
smacked my head on the side of this table. I concussioned myself.
So he's at a point.
Is that a concussion and a contusion?
And my chick was like, "You can't do this anymore."
I mean, there comes a point where Froggy could just no longer physically do the stunt portion of the concert series, which was quite possibly the more entertaining part than those awful songs we sang.
You want to be able to play ball with your kids and stuff.
Hold on,
You
why
wanna
are you
just
saying
bust
we?
your
You
body
didn't
out.
sing.
you do?
What did you didn't sing any songs.
Yeah.
Why do you keep saying we?
I'm like the Weinstein of the whole operation. I'm behind.
I
the,
bet you are.
I'm behind the scenes.
Why are you saying we? You didn't sing anything.
Who set up? I'm the setup guy.
He set up all the stuff.
I did I set up and produced every stunt.
Yes.
I told him how awful his songs were before he did it. He told me
Jay
to shut up.
Jones writes, "Happy second anniversary. When the hell are the fall concert?"
I do want to let you know something. This is a huge announcement.
Yo, what's that?
Hal Herman's working on a Christmas album.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure
So he
is.
might come in here and sing some Christmas songs. I mean, it is the
cool.
season. And then he plans on setting fires in different ways after every song.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah.
No.
So studio goes up first.
You want to hear something odd?
Sure.
I got this email from a listener, Larissa, on October the 10th. So Larissa sends me this email, and the subject line caught my attention. Again, folks, I'm just going over a variety of email that I got at mj@mjmorningshow.com. You can always email me anything, content. You got a hot tip, you got some gossip, something you think we ought to do on the show. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. So Larissa sends this email to me. This was October 10th. And the subject line caught my attention. Boyfriend has not proposed in 2-year anniversary. I'm like, what does that mean? So I open it up, and the email says, I listen to you every day before my teaching job. Your thoughts? He needs to get his bleep together. WTF. Love your show. Do you need a teacher on the air in the AM? So Larissa, I guess with her subject line, boyfriend has not proposed in 2-year anniversary. So I'm assuming that they had their 2-year anniversary and the boyfriend has still not proposed marriage.
Okay.
Well, guess what? I send, like I said, I'm answering. I'm going over a ton of email over the weekend. This was 10 days ago, and I sent the message back. Hey, can we call you on the show? She writes back to me over the weekend. He just proposed to me last night.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, how about that?
Wow.
Another way to blow our
Yeah.
bit.
Seriously, what
Yeah,
terrible
ruin that.
timing on his part.
Ruin that.
He just proposed to me last night.
Okay, wait a second. What night did he propose to her? Friday or Saturday?
It would have been Saturday night.
Oh, okay, because my 7-year anniversary of my engagement was Friday.
Wow.
The 7-year anniversary of your engagement.
Do you even celebrate it anymore?
No,
Okay,
I asked
let's
Doug
say-
on Sunday. I go, do you realize what Friday was?
That's a long one.
He didn't even know, did he?
No.
Like,
He's too
yeah.
busy talking loud and drinking White Claw.
All right.
And Doug.
What, Roxanne? What is it?
And is there any signs of marriage? You've been engaged now for 7 years.
Don't worry about it.
I thought
Just
it was
don't
8.
worry about it.
I thought it was 8 or 9 years.
No, it's 7.
You brought it up, Roxanne.
Yeah.
We weren't worried
Well,
about it.
I thought it was interesting because it was
now
a day
you're-
off of your friend of the emailer.
Now you're trying to clam me up?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
So
Don't worry about it.
you brought it up, and now you're telling me, why don't you back off, tough guy?
Interrupts your reading of the email
Yeah.
to acknowledge her 7-year anniversary of no commitment past the initial promise to make a commitment, and now we can't bring it up.
I've got Larissa all ticked off that after 2 years
Let's see how long it takes Larissa.
of dating, so now they're engaged. So, and then you bring up that you've been engaged for 7 years and nothing's happening with you
7 years
and Dig Dug.
3 days.
And Doug.
It's the decade engagement method. See if you can like each other while you're engaged for 10 years.
And I think that wraps up the email bag here on the MJ Morning Show. Feel free to email anything, especially if you got some inside information, some hot tips, gossip. My email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. I'll read everything. I tried to answer everyone, but please understand, volume is huge. MJ at mjmorningshow.com. That's MJ at mjmorningshow.com. All right, 7:54. The little item that I kind of promoted on Friday and over the weekend was about the way people dress in the workplace. Andrew, do you have the promo that ran all weekend long? Can you bring that up here quickly? All right, so, as you know, at the end of every show, I record a little teaser of an item that we're going to do the next day. And this was the one I recorded on Friday, so this ran Friday and then all weekend long. And I thought that we might have a lot of listeners that might have a lot to say about this. Here's the promo. Listen. She was told that what she's wearing to work is inappropriate. What'd she do? And how about you? 7:45 Monday morning, MJ morning. All right, so here we are. So I said 7:45. All right, 7:54. So running just a few minutes late. But listen, we had to do the MJ email bag. Did I say it properly there, Fester?
Yeah.
Bag.
I mean,
did I say it right?
Just say mailbag. I was like, ugh.
I read a story about a woman who was told that her work clothes were inappropriate because she wears bras with no shirt.
Huh?
All right.
That's a look.
So, they're crocheted tops that look like sports bras, but they're crocheted.
Mm-hmm.
So they look a little more fancy. Is that the word? They're fancier than a sports bra, but essentially they're like kind of lingerie sports bra, like bustier, looking, but they're crocheted.
A lot can poke out between the crocheting.
That is true. So the question is, and we can put the images up, and Andrew, let's get these images up. We'll get this in stories that we mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. But I thought that this would be interesting. Now, the woman's name is Lori, and she posts videos of what she wears online, and she makes these handmade crocheted tops. She calls herself a Generation Z style influencer. So she's got multiple platforms online, and she was told that her tops were inappropriate for the workplace. Some people said, not sure in which office that this would be appropriate. Hey, looks great, though. So she's gotten like millions of hits on her various platforms online. And the question I had is, do we have listeners that have been told? That's not the focus of what I want to talk about here. It was just sort of the catalyst. So when I saw this, and she's wearing these crocheted kind of, bra-ish kind of tops, I thought maybe we'd go to phones and ask our listeners, have you been reprimanded? Have you been called aside? Have you been called into like the manager's office? Or have you had a conversation with HR or whatever about something you wore to work? Or were you sort of a problem serial problem dresser in your office?
Oh, man.
So that's what I'd like to know. I'd love to go to phones here and ask our MJ Morning Show listeners, have you had a dress code issue, or have you been pulled aside saying to you from the boss, from management, whomever, that what you're wearing is inappropriate? Rox, has that ever happened to you?
I told you guys it happened to me one time.
When was this?
Back when I was an accountant.
No.
Yeah.
When did you tell us this?
I told you on air one time. I feel like I did. If you guys don't remember, I'll tell the story again. It's quite amusing.
All right, let me give out the phone number here. So I wanted to know if Roxanne, I don't recall you telling us. So maybe that's maybe it was fleeting, or I don't know. All right, but I want to go to phones on this. Have you had an issue with dressing at work? Have you been called aside? Have you been reprimanded? Have you been yelled at? Have you received multiple warnings? Were you habitual? And I want to know, what were you wearing? What got you in trouble? All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. What were you wearing at work? What got you in trouble? Did you correct your ways? Did you get reprimanded again? Do you think that you being singled out was ridiculous? That it was, a mountain being made out of a molehill? All right, so tell us about your issues with getting reprimanded at work. Have you ever had a dress code issue, or have you ever been pulled aside? Hey, you know what? That's not appropriate. And maybe you totally disagreed. I mean, did this turn into a firing? Did this turn into a suspension? I'm sure there are a whole bunch. Hey, or also people that are listening that maybe they have dress code violators, or they have folks in their office, and maybe we'll get some calls. Oh my God, MJ and crew, you're not going to believe what this person wears in my office.
Yeah, I bet you this happens in almost every non-uniformed work environment.
All right, 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Want to hear your story right now? 800-990-1047, and we'll get Andrew to get the image. We'll let you know when it's up, of this woman with her crocheted tops. All right, Andrew is screening calls right now. Roxanne, what is your story? You were working for Arthur Anderson,
yes,
the accounting firm?
And I was 21 years old, or 21 or 20, no, probably 22. And I was working in downtown at the Bank of America building. And so I had to park.
So this is downtown Tampa.
Downtown Tampa. And I had to park, wherever that I had to walk outside, and it was raining, and it was raining so hard that it was coming down like at you. Even though I had an umbrella, I was soaked by the time I got into the building. And I was wearing a white shirt that was probably tight to begin with, somewhat tight, a little bit.
Oh, no. All right, so wait a minute.
Then,
you're wearing a tight white shirt, and it's pouring rain?
It was just a little bit tight, but it was definitely, to my waistline, or to my hip bones, I should say. Well, by the time I got into the elevator and upstairs, it was dry clean only material. So it shrunk. Like you could see my belly button. So I went from a normal shirt to a midriff shirt. And
were you wearing a bra with this?
Of course I was wearing a bra, but
checking.
No, that was part of the problem too. I mean, it was like a wet t-shirt. I was in a wet t-shirt contest, and I went into the.
You walked into one of the big 8, or was it big 6 back then?
I was 22 years old.
You walked into this big accounting firm, Arthur Anderson, before they imploded because they screwed up the whole Enron deal. All right, so it wasn't your dress that caused the company to fail.
No.
Oh,
that was the start of things.
If anything, it was going to help it exceed a little.
That was
Mr.
the beginning.
Enron walked in. I want her doing my book.
So what did they say to you?
I got called down to the office. It was embarrassing. It was so
what happened?
I blocked it out. It's one of those things that's so embarrassing.
You brought it up. Tell the story.
You really need to cover yourself up. That's it. I told the story. My dry clean only shirt shrunk up to my navel.
So what did management say?
I think they just said that was inappropriate.
Did they send you home?
I think I found one of my friend's sweaters or something.
Okay.
I went and got a coworker sweater.
Put on this rain poncho.
Something like that.
Put on this Arthur Anderson rain poncho. Because I think I have an umbrella from some accounting firm. All right, let's go to phones.
It's what they were all using when they jumped out of the windows.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that was Lehman Brothers.
Okay.
All right. Heather's in Newport Richie. Heather, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
Hi.
Hello, Heather. All right, so do you have an inappropriate dressing at work story for us?
I do. Unfortunately, I got called out by my DON.
Hold on, your what? Hold on, your DO what?
Director of nursing. I had put on a little bit of weight, and she called me in and told me that some of my patients' families were complaining about my scrub pants, that they were inappropriate because they were too tight because I have too big of a butt.
Well, that's never an issue.
Wow, so you had a little booty complaint.
Well.
So apparently my butt affects my ability to be a good nurse.
And how long ago was this that they complained about your packed up bunkie?
4 years ago.
And did you rectify or did you rectify the situation?
I told them that unless they planned on buying me some new scrubs, those were the ones that I had.
And where do things stand today? Have you lost weight? Are you the same, or have you put on more weight?
I sort of bounce up and down. It's that same 15, 20 pounds. But I moved to Florida, so.
All right, where did that happen?
Highlands, North Carolina.
And do you find that's like furniture country, isn't it?
No.
It's like a vacation town.
I thought so too.
High Point. High Point is the furniture. Yeah, that's. I think a bunch of folks are up at like the market, the High Point,
That's right,
the
High Point.
North Carolina furniture market. Anyway, do you find, Heather, quickly before I move on, Heather, do you find that you can be a little less professional dress-wise in Florida versus North Carolina?
I think with some of the nurses down here and the scrubs that I've seen, that they really don't care so long as you show up to work and are wearing scrubs.
There you go. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate it. Rachel's in Tampa. Rachel, have you ever been reprimanded for something you wore to work?
Several times at several different jobs.
Ooh, so you're habitual. All right, so Rachel, can you tell us job number one? Oh, hang on a sec. I'm running really late here. Let me give out the Rock the Cash Box deal. Producer Andrew reminding me 5 minutes late. Thank you, Andrew. All right, this hour's word is inform. I just got the death stare. This hour's word is inform. That's INFORM. Inform. So text that nationwide to 45911 before quarter after for a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. So the word is inform, INFORM, and text that nationwide to 45911 right now. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show. Okay, back over to Rachel. Rachel, let's start from the beginning. The first time you were reprimanded, how long ago, and what was the reprimand about?
This would have been like 10 years ago at a local theme park. And at the time, I had piercings. I had like a couple nose piercings and a lip piercing. And I have tattoos. And I didn't like taking out my piercings or covering my tattoos. And my hair's pretty short. And they said that as a woman, I had to grow my hair out, either that or wear a wig in order to work there.
Wait, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they're not as strict anymore as I've noticed in the past couple of years. I don't work there anymore, but at the time, like 10 years ago, yeah.
Okay, that's number one. Now, I think the obvious question is 10 years ago, you had all kinds of piercings and tattoos. I'm guessing you still have the tattoos. What about the piercings? Are you still all pierced, or have you stopped that?
No, I have even more than I did then. And
Good for
more
you.
tattoos.
All right, so wait, you got a whole lot of face hardware going on. Is that what you're saying?
I think I only have like 4 in my face.
Okay.
You think?
All right, and
What's the total number?
I don't know, like 20.
hold on, you've got 20 piercings?
It's a lot of holes.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of
Mostly
piercings?
ear piercings.
Hold on, say it again.
Mostly ear.
All right, so you got a bunch of ear. Are there some piercings that we can't see?
Not anymore. I took those out.
MJ,
What?
inappropriate.
Well, she's the
Could
one
be
that
belly
dropped-
button, belly button.
Froggy, she's the one that dropped 20 on us.
Okay.
Hold on,
I'm just gonna say like 8.
How's that not a natural question to ask?
All right. So, including ears, of the 20, how many are above the neck, face, ears included, and below the neck, everything else? All
Fester,
the other ones.
inappropriate, Fester.
I'm just trying to get-
Fester, inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
Rich.
you're throwing a lot of numbers at me right now.
All right. So,
Yeah, for real. Inappropriate.
Are your
numbers.
privates pierced? Any of them?
Oh, whoa, Roxanne.
Roxanne, what?
Had a way to tap dance around it.
Roxanne, inappropriate.
Roxanne,
Rachel, we're sorry.
Inappropriate.
inappropriate.
Very sorry.
All right, so you don't have to answer that question, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I took those types out just because I don't like them anymore. But the second job...
Yeah, tell us. She's moving right along. All right, tell us about the second reprimand for dress code.
Yeah, the second job was a hostessing job. We could wear whatever we wanted. I was wearing a skirt that just happened to be pretty mini. There were some tables sitting behind me. I guess the husband was staring at my butt a lot, according to the manager.
All right, wait. So you're standing at the hostess stand. What restaurant was this?
I prefer not to say. I still work there.
Oh, you still work there?
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're wearing a skirt, right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
The skirt
But there
short.
were shorts on underneath. Yeah.
All right. So the husband is staring at your butt the entire time that you're wearing something skimpy while standing at the hostess stand. And let me guess, the wife caught the husband staring at your little skimpy outfit.
Yes, and complained to the managers.
Do you work at Village Inn, ma'am?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Is it a place that we've heard of, Rachel?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you still work as a hostess?
No, I don't work as a hostess there anymore.
Is there a color theme to your restaurant?
Hold on. Have you moved up to, are you a server or are you in management? What do you do there?
Bartender.
Oh, you're a bar. Oh, so now you're behind the bar now, so they can't see. You could be bottomless back there now.
No, probably not.
Do you work at Perkins, ma'am?
I don't think Perkins has a bar.
Is it Applebee's?
Wait, why would you say a color
No,
theme?
I don't work at a chain restaurant.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we know it, but it's not a chain?
Yeah, I've mentioned it on here a few months ago.
Oh, I got you. Hey, Rachel, thanks for... Any other dress code violations, or does that wrap it up?
That about wraps it up.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
She works at Waffle House.
You know, they do have those low counters at Waffle House.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's
always hotties behind the counter there.
I don't think there's a hostess booth at Waffle House. Andrew, am I taking any more here before we move on? Am I grabbing another one? Hold on. Andrew's putting, he's got another one he wants us to take.
Yeah, I think in every workplace, MJ, there's.
Yeah.
And if management hadn't addressed it, we've seen people in different radio stations. They come in and like, okay, that is.
You can wear whatever you want
You
here.
know, I don't think I've ever heard of anyone getting reprimanded at any of our any of the radio stations that I've worked at least.
Radio stations have two sides.
There were some salespeople.
One is a very loose side, which is the on-air side, and the other side's positions themselves as a professional business.
Hold on, Froggy, what were you saying? There was a
There were some salespeople that dressed like they needed 2 hairdos for the day. If you know what I mean.
You mean like the business hairdo and then the stripper hairdo?
No, that's not what he means.
What are you saying?
That their skirts.
No, that's exactly what he doesn't mean.
That their skirts were
all right,
too
all right,
low.
just let it go.
Yeah, too short.
Oh no. Hey, Dan. All right, one more call on this, so we'll move on. Danny's in Clearwater. Hey, Danny, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Danny. Go.
Hey, MJ, it's not regarding a workplace incident, but a few years ago, me and my wife decided to move out of the state of Florida. We literally threw a dart at a map and ended up in Knoxville, Tennessee. So
hold on, you literally threw a dart at a map to see where you were going to move?
Yeah, we were just so bored with Florida. She's a nurse. I'm a truck driver. I'm like, both of us can get jobs.
Well, that's a country song in the making.
Let's go to
there.
Knoxville.
I'm telling you.
I threw a dart at a map.
And I said, oh, crap, we got to move to Knoxville.
All right, so, Danny, what happened?
Obviously, we're back home. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
But so like 2 weeks into living there, me and my wife went to the DMV to get our licenses changed. So in Tennessee, the DMV is like a school classroom. And we walk in the door, and it's like the longest record scratch. Every head turns and looks at us. Every woman has the same bouffant hairdo. And they look at my wife like a painted Jezebel just walked in because she was wearing workout clothes. It was crazy.
Oh, she walked in with like Lycra on?
How dare her?
Yes.
You know, I see that all the time. You know where I see the most Lycra? I got to be honest here.
Church?
No.
Where?
No. If you don't mind me asking, Danny, before I cut you loose, how long ago was this that she stunned them in Knoxville by walking in with workout clothes?
4 years total because we've been back 2 now.
Oh, that's not that long ago.
No, it's a definite different culture there still.
All right. Hey, thank you, buddy. Appreciate the call.
No problem.
All right. So, folks, there is a place where I notice an absolute inordinate amount of women in this place in tight. I'm going to get in trouble here. Michelle's going to, so that's why you like going there. That's why you're there all the time.
Oh, so it's a place you frequent?
Oh, my God. Yes. Because
I know what you're going to say now.
Because I like, okay,
I know
smart.
what you're going to say.
All right, smart guy.
I've noticed if it's the same place, it's like the uniform of the shopper of this particular place.
Oh, okay. I think I know where it is, too.
Oh, hang on a sec.
Because...
All right, Fester, go ahead and say what it is.
All right, so if I go to this place, I usually go midday after the morning show where it's still midweek, midday hours.
I am dying to find out if Fester really knows where IMJ seemed to see. And you know what? Write it down.
I'm writing it down, too.
Do you need a Post-it note?
It's I could just say it.
No, I want you to write down. I want both of you guys to submit it in writing. All right. So where do I see more women in ridiculous? What's tedious about it?
Write it down. I can't just say. Now Roxanne thinks it's a peeing contest over here. Right. We're racing each other.
Where is it where I see more women than anywhere dressed in tight workout outfits and spandex? And Michelle, if you're listening, my trips to this place have nothing to do with this.
It's just like one of the fringe benefits or perks of shopping there.
How long does it? Let me see. Hand it to.
There you go. All right. I mean, Roxanne already thinks this is a game show. She's writing answers down.
All right, and your answer, Dominic.
Oh my God! You both have it.
I know. It's
how do you?
Okay.
How do you both have this right?
Do you know why we both have it? Because this is like the only place you go. You also go to Costco, but I know I go to Costco, and I know that's not the case at Costco.
That's not the case at all.
You both have the. I think that Fester guessed it because it's accurate.
It's true. That's why we guessed it. We guessed it because it's true.
I'm going to hold both these up. I'm going to hold these up to MJ TV right now. So here is Fester on the yellow Post-it note, and it says
Trader Joe's.
That is correct.
You're telling me it's Trader Joe's.
Okay, I don't know about that.
And then Roxanne also wrote Trader Joe's. Both of you guys are 100% right. I don't know what. I don't know what the deal is.
I was thinking that, but I was too lazy to write it.
You made the right call. I'm not trying to be in a contest with anybody around here, but MJ, I can't speak for every Trader Joe's location, but the location in South Tampa.
That's the one. I live near the South Tampa Trader Joe's, which again, the biggest mystery about that location is how the hell they were zoned to put that Trader Joe's on Swan. How did they put? I mean, the traffic's backed up onto Dale Mabry. Somebody got paid off to let them build. I like Trader Joe's, but that store should not have been allowed to be built right there because of traffic, not enough parking, etc.
Okay, all right. You can take that up with the Chamber of Commerce.
No, it would be the city zoning
committee.
Yeah, zoning. It wouldn't be Chamber of Commerce.
Go to the next meeting.
All right. So, but Fester, you're 100% right. So you're telling me that you live in Lutz and you go to the Trader Joe's in South Tampa, not far from my house?
Well, sometimes, especially when I have car trouble, after I leave the radio station, I go to Brothers Automotive on McDill.
Oh, that's right.
Then I'll take Dale Mabry north, and there's Trader.
That's SOG, right? South Gandy.
South Gandy. Go visit my friend Damien over at Brothers Automotive.
That's a SOG versus a NOG, which is north of Gandy.
Then I will take Dale Mabry up, and I'll say, you know what? I'm out of cookie butter, which is the best thing they sell at Trader Joe's, the cookie butter.
Gosh, you're fat.
Yeah, I know. Have you had the cookie butter? Have you had it?
I've never been to Trader Joe's.
So why don't you shut your face?
Sorry.
It's excellent. And they have it crunchy and then smooth, and I get both. And anyway, it's a whole deal. And then,
but the fact that you guessed and Roxanne guessed independently, I don't know what it is. Whenever I go to Trader Joe's, it doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter whether I go like at 7:30 at night. It doesn't matter whether I go on a Saturday at 4 p.m. Whatever. There are like a dozen women in the place with ridiculous. I don't want to get myself in trouble here. Michelle has not texted me, so I don't think Michelle is listening right now. I think this is MJ safe harbor time, but. I'm telling you, I don't go there. I like about a dozen Trader Joe's items. I like. You want to hear some of the things I like at Trader Joe's?
Oh man, we know.
We know the
mangoes.
Yes.
I like snaps.
Yes.
Right, hold on. This is turning into spandex into your shopping list.
Yeah, now, and let me tell you, the reason I myself have never been to a Trader Joe's, but I just have heard you talk about it so much, and I know it's South Tampa, so I put two and two together. That's where you go. They are in Costco.
Oh, so you haven't experienced this?
No, I just knew it because I know your patterns.
Because it's a game show.
What are you stalking me? What are you obsessed with?
No,
are you stalking me?
I spend enough time with you to know your patterns.
It's the only place you talk about, dude.
No, I talk about going to other supermarkets, and I don't do a hell of a lot of shopping. But still, I'm telling you, folks, it is Spandex City in there. Whenever I go in, there are a dozen women that have the tightest Lycra outfits, and I don't even know if they're working out. I just think they go to Trader Joe's in spandex.
They don't work out. Nobody's sweaty.
I think all Lululemoned up and everything. And
now we know why you go so much.
No, that's the point. It's not why I go. I go because I like the raw whole
booty.
Well,
no, I like the raw whole cashews.
Oh yeah, those.
I like the English peas. I like that the long, soft, crunchy cauliflower that looks like it's like the broccolini stuff.
Did you already say mangoes?
I like the frozen garlic and frozen ginger. I like the cauliflower gnocchi. Have you had that?
I don't like gnocchi.
Oh, the cauliflower frozen gnocchi is fantastic there.
Sounds like you're hacking.
Wait, why do you say it like you're like Curly is a chef? How'd you like that?
It's gnocchi. That's how you say it.
I don't say it like that. And I love gnocchi, and I say it like gnocchi.
No, it's not gnocchi.
Well,
you're saying it wrong.
You're being a gnocchi head.
That's wrong. It's gnocchi. You
gross.
pronounce it as...
I wouldn't order it if I had to say it like that.
It's gnocchi. It's not gnocchi.
Bunch of ham and eggers.
Hey Mo, the guy in table 6 with the curly hair wants to
Dude, it's
Here you go, Curly.
Guys,
Larry, watch out.
Hey Mo.
Why I oughta.
You guys are a couple idiots.
You two knuckleheads can't get crap right. Like a moron convention.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Hey, the idiot store called, and they're out of you.
Guys, it's pronounced gnocchi. All right?
Okay.
So if you want to see a lot of women in spandex, it's Trader Joe's. And also, if you want to be stuck in traffic in the middle of the intersection on Dale Mabry and Swan on a Saturday afternoon, then go to Trader Joe's. Which I think they need cops out there doing traffic control, half the time. All right. Moving along. You want we got two things to do here that are like big name. You want Tom Brady first, or do you want Jeffrey Dahmer first?
You know what? Right now, they're both on the same plane for me. I mean, I'm really not passionate about one more than the other because they're both equal in my eyes.
All right, so you pick. What do you want?
Let's get Dahmer out of the way.
Let's get Dahmer.
Tom Brady.
We stop. All right. There's a Texas pizza place that has a Jeffrey Dahmer special pizza. Really?
Ick.
Is it the Meat Lovers? It has to be the Meat Lovers, right?
It's the meat.
It has to be the Meat Lovers.
The Jeffrey Dahmer Meat Lovers
What, do they
pizza.
put like organ meat on it?
Yeah, or like stuff shaped like a kidney bean, like a
you can actually get beef heart or something on it. I don't know.
By the way, we finished Dahmer on Saturday night. We watched episodes 9 and 10. That was really good. And then for them to bring in, Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
But they sort of, at the end, they did a parallel between Jeffrey Dahmer and another well-known creepy serial killer, and I didn't expect that. And I thought
you just gave it away.
Well, no, there are plenty of other creepy.
Ed Kemper, isn't it?
Hey, no, no, Ed Gein.
Oh, thanks for giving it away.
No,
dude.
I think that was documented that there was.
But hang on a minute.
An admiration.
They mentioned Ed Gein, but that's not the one I'm talking about. There was another parallel drawn in Dahmer between another really creepy serial killer. Anyway, Michelle and I finished. Michelle is like scared to death. Michelle, is weird. She's like, oh my God, I can't look. Is it over? Is it over? Is it over? There's certain scenes, when Dahmer was making his move, I can't look. I can't. So she'd turn away. I've got like black and blue marks on my arms with her fingerprints on me where she grabbed me so tightly. But she couldn't wait to watch the next episode, even though they scared the crap out of her. Anyway, Dahmer was well done. Has anyone else watched it? Fester, you watched it? Froggy,
I gave up on it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's right. You're the one who gave up on it, right?
Yeah, I gave up. I started watching The Watcher. I gave up on that.
I started watching The Watcher.
Dude, you have the attention span of a flea.
What are we talking about?
All right, jeez. All right, so I thought Dahmer was remarkably well done. And the woman that played, you know what the best was? Actually, some of the Dahmer guy was great.
The guy who played Dahmer?
The guy that played Dahmer was great. The father, was it Richard Johnson? He was the dad that came back as an apparition or in 6 Feet Under on HBO.
He was also the dad in Freddy Got Fingered. Let's not forget about that Tom Green classic.
So that guy was great. But you know who really was just absolutely outstanding? The neighbor, the woman that lived in apartment 215 right next door to Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment 213.
Miss Cleveland?
She was phenomenal.
Glenda Cleveland?
She goes through the whole thing?
She was, she ought to win an award. I mean, do you think I mean, there should be some Emmy wins here. There should be awards, I think, for Dahmer. But because of the subject, do you think that's going to preclude any nominations for awards?
Nah,
You know who that is, MJ?
Who is she?
That's Niecy Nash, I think.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
She was.
I can't believe it.
I think it was.
Yeah, it's Niecy.
She was.
Told you.
Fantastic. You did not.
I can't believe Niecy Nash is. I didn't even recognize her.
You just said no, it's not.
I didn't even. Honestly, I didn't know.
But is that who it was, Fester?
I see Niecy on like entertainment shows.
Is it her or not?
Yeah, it's Niecy Nash.
So
No,
what's,
it's not.
What's her claim to fame?
Niecy Nash is like she's been a comedian. I've seen her on like ET as a correspondent a bunch of times.
Yeah, she was, I think, one of the best things, maybe the best thing in the show. She was tremendous in Dahmer. Anyway, back to a Texas pizza shop selling the Jeffrey Dahmer special. And it's a pizza that's just piled up haphazardly with all kinds of meat. And Texas Pizzeria, Capital Pizza in Lubbock, Texas, is now displaying a hot mess of a pizza, and it's called the Jeffrey Dahmer Special.
I mean, if it was really a Dahmer special, they'd put a double crust with like an extra layer of sauce, so when you bit into it, blood would just come everywhere.
Ew.
Maybe some cheese fingers or cheese sticks as fingers.
They're obviously trying to simulate like all kinds of body parts on this thing.
Ugh.
And the manager, Kiefer Slusher Davidson.
Kiefer Slusher.
Kiefer Slusher Davidson is the manager
Awful name.
of Capital Pizza in Lubbock, Texas. He told TMZ one of the servers came up with the concept in honor of Halloween and the fact that this series is like one of the top series that Netflix has ever had.
Hey, dude, Kiefer, I got a great idea. Check it. All right, Dahmer, food, let's do it. Pizza, Dahmer, meat.
The pie, though, is ramen noodles, pepperoni.
Ew,
Who the hell
what?
puts ramen noodles on their pizza
What
pie?
is that supposed to be? The
The
hair?
hair, yeah, the
So
hair.
ramen noodles, and how do you say the pepperoncini?
Peppuccini.
Garnish, along with prop body parts
This sounds terrible.
and fake blood.
Ew.
And they have this like on a pizza tray right at the front of the restaurant.
All right, can you order it, or is it just like for show?
There's no way you can eat fake blood.
It's just a prop.
Oh.
I found Kiefer on Pinterest, and he calls himself an artist, mixologist, chef. It's the mustache. That's his like tagline on
Yeah.
here. And he looks just like the guy who would come up with this kind of promotional thing.
Kiefer Slusher here, bro. Kiefer
Genius.
Slusher.
No, a server came up with it. Kiefer did not come up with it.
Kiefer went with the
Execute
idea.
it. Yep.
The manager, Kiefer Slusher Davidson, told TMZ that one of his servers came up with it. Anyway, it's just a prop, but they have had complaints. A lot of customers say that this is in poor taste. It's been out for about 3 weeks, and while they've had complaints, other customers love it. And a bunch are coming in with their kids to take photos of the display.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
Hey, let's
That's great.
let's get a family portrait. Hey, everyone get right next to the Jeffrey Dahmer pizza pie. Let's get a picture. So that's what's going on.
This Dahmer thing is out of control.
And Slusher Davidson says that he plans to remove the Dahmer special pizza right after Halloween. Speaking of Dahmer being out of control, Froggy, you're sort of along the right lines here. Now, apparently, the whole Dahmer thing is causing this rise in Jeffrey Dahmer tourism in Milwaukee.
What, you could go to the house maybe?
No, the apartment complex was knocked down.
They raised that. The city bought it and they knocked it down.
So you just go to a bunch of bathhouses and gay bars? I mean, that sounds like a great tour. I mean, let's
I want
go.
to see the chocolate factory where Jeffrey Dahmer worked. I wonder if anything ever made it into the chocolate vats.
Ew.
Think about it.
He worked at a chocolate.
He
what is
did.
Willy Wonka? What the hell is this?
He worked at a candy factory. But this streaming Netflix series is getting all kinds of like true crime buffs to come out of the woodwork. You got all kinds of folks that are going to Milwaukee now, and they're trying to seek some of the places where Jeffrey Dahmer frequented. Yeah, the presence is highly welcomed by Bob Weiss, the operator of Milwaukee's Cream City Cannibal Walking Tour.
Oh my God! I just got to the website. You could just walk through the whole neighborhood.
Yeah. So Jeffrey Dahmer Tour. It's called the Cream City Cannibal Tour, and it's a 75-minute excursion to places where Jeffrey Dahmer poached 7 of his 17 victims.
Kind of walk his beat where he eyed everyone.
First stop, Blue Boys Bar.
It's kind of sick here. It is incredibly popular now, said Weiss, owner of the Hangman Tours, who added that while he dealt with considerable backlash upon debuting the dubious offering over a decade ago, the only problem he's been facing lately is how to handle the overwhelming demand and the out-of-control number of bookings that people are placing. The guy's like nonstop now with his Jeffrey Dahmer tour because there's this whole new cottage industry of Jeffrey Dahmer tourism now in Milwaukee.
Okay, so you go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The hell with Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
Shamils.
Yeah, exactly.
So how much do you think he charges for the 75-minute walking tour?
An arm and a leg?
It's actually funnier than the real answer.
Quack me, please.
$40.
Thank you.
$40.
Really? That's outrageous.
Here's $40 to just walk around city streets.
How's that outrageous? A 75-minute tour.
You go yourself.
There's nothing unique about it.
But he's taking you to the places, and I'm sure he's got a story. He's
you walk in
narrating.
and you go, all right, next. All right, cool.
Hey, remember Jeff and the deaf guy? Yeah, right over here.
He said, we don't glorify anything Dahmer did. We don't make light of anything. There are some significant lessons that I think society needs to be reminded of, noting that FBI officials and other members of law enforcement have taken the tour as part of their studying of serial killers. So he's actually had law enforcement take the tour with him.
Good for him.
What a creep.
So, but he is making money off this.
I mean, $40 a head.
If he's charging $40 a head, I mean, he's not losing money,
Right?
I don't think. If he's just walking with people and showing them places.
I mean, if I lived in a town where there was a serial killer within walking distance and I could milk people for $40 each.
It includes lunch.
Yeah.
You better dress like him.
You get lunch. Get a liver sandwich. Sorry.
All right, we're going to the deli now.
Ew.
Liverwurst for everybody.
Liverwurst. It's a liverwurst sandwich. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't include lunch. But
Thank you.
He said that we have people that have flown in from Barcelona and Frankfurt, Germany, to take the tour.
Yeah, serial killers in the making. They probably want to become serial killers, and that's why they're taking the tour.
He says nearly 90% of the customers are female, often between the ages of mid-20s to early 40s. 90% are women. Hey, and keep in mind that Jeffrey Dahmer had groupies, that Jeffrey Dahmer was getting fan mail, and that was portrayed in the Netflix series, but he would get marriage proposals. Women wanted to marry him in prison.
Boy, were they off?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Do you think if we went to phones, could I find somebody that's attracted to Jeffrey Dahmer?
I mean, he does have a great body in that show.
So,
Ick.
He has a six-pack, and all he does is drink.
A six-pack.
And murder people.
Just crush soda and Budweiser.
Well, he was in
How
Milwaukee.
old was he when he was doing all the murders? How old was he? What was he in his 30s?
I think he was in late 20s, early 30s.
It all came down in his 30s.
Yeah, because here's the deal. He was born in 1960, and the murders started happening in what? For the most part, the mid-'80s to late 80s.
So that was mid to late 20s.
Yeah, so he was like mid to late 20s, early 30s.
In the summer of 91, he just went on a rampage.
Yeah, so he's 31, I guess, in 91 is when he was busted, right?
Yeah.
So he was 31 then. But, folks, if you want to head to Milwaukee, you can go on the Jeffrey Dahmer 75-minute walking tour.
Great. Ghoulish.
How about that? All right, moving on to Tom Brady. And ancillary items. What? The Bucs lost yesterday to the worst team in football?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's. Look, I'm not a football analyst here, folks. I'm not a football expert, but the Carolina Panthers were 1-5 yesterday, and Tom Brady did not throw one touchdown pass in the entire game.
That would be true.
Did Suck It make a field goal?
Suck Up?
Yeah. Suck Up. Yeah.
There was one field goal.
Nice.
One.
At least we
the
got him.
score was 21-3. Carolina Panthers beat the Bucs, and the Panthers, they traded away their best player. I think the Panthers quarterback yesterday was the third-string quarterback.
So the Panthers have done everything.
They're one step away from going on the PA system and saying, "Is there anybody in the stands that played high school football?" That's the Panthers. The Panthers, I think, would have to go to some guy that played quarterback in high school. Didn't they play the third-string quarterback yesterday?
I remember watching the game or walking by and the game was on, and I said, "Who's quarterback for the Panthers?" I didn't recognize the guy.
I think it was the water boy, right?
He just got recruited that afternoon. Now, MJ, the situation in Carolina is not good. They fired their coach. They got rid of their best player.
Hold on.
Not good.
They got rid of their best player. They fired their head coach.
Yep, a couple weeks ago.
Third-string quarterback.
Right.
One of the worst records in the NFL. They were 1-5.
So then in comes Tom Brady, the greatest player of all time, the most decorated player.
Used to be.
Comes walking in. He still is. Comes walking in with his big bad Buccaneers, a year and a half off of their Super Bowl title.
He's going from the goat to the woat.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Worst of all time.
Oh.
Guys,
right,
that is not Tom Brady. We are not seeing Tom Brady. I think his body was taken over by some demon.
No.
We're like Tom Lady.
Tom Brady is the best part of this Buccaneers team.
I'm
They've got
45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
They've got so many other issues that Brady's not the problem.
Okay, how
What
about
do you
Mike
know?
Evans? Mike Evans dropped the touchdown pass on third play of the game,
how about
and he
that?
even admitted he saw the light go out of the team when he did that.
How about that?
Yeah.
But the coaching for the Bucs, is Todd Bowles going to make it? Should they bring back Bruce Arians?
So what is with bringing him? He's retired. He's
Hey,
gone.
No, he's not. Bruce Arians is still with the Bucs.
Right,
I
Bruce
know.
Arians is still, he's like in the front office.
Yeah.
And he's
So-
an elderly old man.
I
Dude,
want to coach. I'm tired.
He's not an elderly old man. He's not on walker. He doesn't have a life alert buzzer around his neck.
He had a heart monitor on
Like
his heart.
70.
Who cares how old he was? They were winning more football games. It just seems that with the coaching, there's a lot of stuff going on. The Tom Brady Giselle Bundchen thing, which, by the way, I can't believe no one thought of the Brady Bunchen.
You know who you need to tell that to? Antonio Brown. He can tweet about it and get that out.
Well, guess what?
Tag him.
And we got to talk about Antonio Brown because, man, Antonio Brown is antagonizer Brown. He's
hateful.
You know what? What's wrong with him? What a son of a
He's a troll.
What an ingrate.
You
All right,
troll.
So I'm telling you, I think I'm going to work on the Brady Bunchen because the whole Giselle Bundchen thing, man.
Now it's not really the time to work on Brady Bunch, and now that they're getting divorced.
Giselle she's jizzed up the whole situation.
She really
Giselle.
has. She really has.
Giselle. I mean, what's going on here? So Tom Brady's head is obviously just not in the game. I mean, it's sort of cause and effect here.
So,
and he's old.
So, again, we brought this up earlier in the day. Tom Brady's at 45 years old, but are you telling me that suddenly the 45-year-old guy switch just got flicked a couple of weeks back? And
No.
suddenly Tom Brady is like decrepit?
okay, no. It's everybody else on the team sucking. Defense can't stop anything. Mike Evans dropped that ball or didn't catch that ball all by himself.
But I do remember talking to Derek Brooks one time, and he said the thing is your body gets older, but your mind gets better. So you can see plays develop quickly. So age does help. But you're right, MJ, if he is distracted, that advantage he has from his mind seeing things isn't going to be as helpful with his
Listen,
old body.
I'm telling you right now that the Giselle thing, and I called this early, has crawled up into his head, and I think that's totally defocusing him. I mean, he was throwing passes that were just not indicative of Tom Brady laser-focused bombs. These were like just inaccurate. They were going too long, too short.
Well, we're just used to him winning.
Or they're perfect, and the guys who were supposed to catch him aren't in the right
No,
spots.
Tom Brady is not perfect now.
He's the best part of this team.
I wouldn't say he's the best part of the team.
What a Brady humper.
The kicker is the best part of the team.
Why you
What's
suddenly?
up with because his offensive line is shot. The defense is the one giving up all these points.
He stinks on ice.
Anyway,
that's the worst.
That's my analysis.
That's the worst.
Throw ball more better. You stink on ice.
Froggy coming to the MJ Sports Talk Show with a hot take.
All right. So, Roxanne, you brought up Antonio Brown.
Uh-huh.
Antonio Brown was trolling Tom Brady again yesterday.
He called him Tom Booty, didn't he?
Yeah,
what does that even mean?
What is he, 5?
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Booty.
Hey, you're Tom Butt Breath. Got him.
Yeah, so, yesterday, Antonio Brown, after the Bucs loss, Antonio Brown tweets out, Tampon Bay, Tom Booty, you dig? What is this guy, 5?
Right.
And then he tweeted pictures of him and Giselle again. I mean, I think that they're pretend pictures. They're photoshopped, obviously.
He also tweeted a Photoshop picture.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown tweeted a picture of Tom Brady's head on top of him running off the field after he took his shirt off at, what was that, the Giants game?
Yeah,
or was it Jets?
It was the Jets game last year.
Whatever the heck it was. Where Antonio Brown melted down, took his shirt off, walks across the end zone, throws his gloves into the stand, and Antonio Brown took Tom Brady's head and put it on top of that image.
All right.
I love Antonio Brown's middle school rips. You're so skinny you could hula hoop a Cheerio.
And then posted also what? Pictures of him hanging all over Giselle?
No, Giselle's like hanging over him.
Yeah.
So he must have photoshopped that.
Tom Booty?
Gotcha. Zinger.
You should have thought a little more.
Listen, Antonio Brown obviously is not right in the head. There's obviously something wrong with Antonio Brown.
Tom Booty really does sound like an insult my 5-year-old would throw at someone.
Yeah, I saw a story also over the weekend that Tom Brady versus Giselle Bündchen and the net worth. And the word is that she is dramatically richer than Tom Brady.
Like twice as rich.
That's what they say, that she has a lot more money than Tom. But, you know, Tom's got this pending, $375 million Fox football analyst or color commentary gig coming his way.
How petty are these two going to be over this? I mean, it seems like the easiest divorce of all time. You take your $500 million, I'll take my $500 million.
Well, close to it. I mean, why do you need to have any kind of a complicated divorce?
Seriously.
Why do you need to spend a ton of money on divorce attorneys? Yeah, exactly.
Just go to mediation.
You got a schnit ton of money. You take yours. I got a schnit ton of money. I'll take mine. And that's it. It's
Do a
done.
collaborative divorce.
Yes, Fester, you're snapping at me.
Nope. I'm still laughing at Antonio Brown.
You just snapped at me.
Hold on. I'm still laughing at Antonio Brown calling it Tampon Bay. Hysterical.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right. And then, you know, of course, listen, with the Tom Brady and Giselle deal, I'm sure maybe they can't agree on the kids. Maybe they can't agree on custody or where the kids are going to live.
Right. Well, that's probably a big thing. Where
Which
they all going to
mansion
live.
do you want,
Okay.
kids?
So I saw that things are getting ugly between the two.
Yeah, I have that story right here.
And the one thing that they do agree on is the kids.
Oh, they agree on the kids?
Yeah, I saw that. I have to look it back up.
And how do we know this? How do we know this information's even remotely accurate? We don't know. But there was a story in Page 6 over the weekend inside Tom Brady and Giselle Bündchen's nasty split. They're ready for a fight, according to insiders.
Whoa.
Page 6 exclusively revealed Bündchen has hired the top divorce lawyer in Florida to take on Brady as the pair seem to be headed to the end zone. Insiders say that Bündchen hired Tom Sasser, the managing partner of the law firm Sasser, Sestero, and Roy. The West Palm Beach divorce attorney has handled a stable of high-profile clients, including Tiger Woods in his divorce with Ellen Nordegren. Sasser also represented Jeff Gordon in the bitter 2003 divorce with wife Brooke, which turned into a battle over the NASCAR driver's net worth.
The Rainbow Warrior.
Ultimately settled. A source said things are very nasty between Tom and Giselle because of the lawyers. They are ready for a fight.
Poor Tom.
But Fester, you're saying apparently it's not over the kids.
So according to the similar article or something out of the U.S. Sun, it says, according to another source, Tom and Giselle are not battling over the kids. They both want joint custody.
So what the hell are they fighting over? They both have a ton of money. Why fight? Why give all the money to the lawyers? Just 50 feet.
But I mean, things are tangled up if they're building the house together. That's just got to.
Watch this.
Who wants to do what with the house?
Tom, just go and say, hey, Jiz, house is yours. Done. See you later. Save me the time.
All right, so that's the latest on Tom Brady, ladies and gentlemen. All right, when we get back, this is bad. My girlfriend keeps calling me this. My girlfriend keeps calling me blank. Oh, that's not my girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. It's so I don't want my wife to wake up right away. All right, so what am I talking about? We'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. A lot to do. We've got, final hour coming up here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, first of all, what do you do in this situation? So you're dating somebody, and the girl that you're dating keeps calling you by her deceased boyfriend's name. How do you handle that?
Oh, that's creepy.
Oh, man, that's hard.
Yeah, apparently it's not intentional, but she can't stop slipping up. I mean, does that sort of say that she's still obsessed, that she can't get the old boyfriend out of her mind? That's just, hey, Roxanne, thanks for joining us. Do you have any idea what we're talking about?
Somebody's obsessed and can't get something out of their mind.
Where were you? Why could
I looked down here, nothing was happening, and then I looked and I didn't see the light on.
First of all, why when we go to commercial break are you guys all out of here as fast as you possibly can?
I have a medical condition called ADHD.
I have not left the room since we started the show at 6 a.m.
I have to medically.
I think if you would leave the room more often, we would stay. So, listen, MJ, I think there's a certain muscle memory when you're in a relationship and you're calling a certain name a bunch of times and that person dies.
Okay, I want to hear this. I missed it.
I'm glad you tuned in. It's 104.7.
Yeah, 104.7 FM. It's the MJ Morning Show. It's 6 to 10 a.m. And I don't think it's too much to ask that all of the members of the show be here when we
come on, guys.
When we come back on the air. I don't think that's too much to ask.
Get with it.
Yeah. Anyway, girlfriend of this guy will not stop calling the new boyfriend her deceased boyfriend's name.
And what kind of time frame are we talking about here?
That's the other thing.
5 years.
Really?
Over 5 years.
Well,
is his name something funny?
I don't know how many boyfriends have been in between, but the current new boyfriend is complaining that the girlfriend calls him by her deceased boyfriend's name.
Stop calling me Bert.
Yeah, I know it's irrelevant, MJ, but what are the names?
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, what is she calling him mistakenly?
Her name is Helen, and his name was Harry.
So she keeps calling her new boyfriend Harry?
Yeah.
Hey, Harry.
Maybe he is Harry.
Or maybe he needs to do some waxing.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to do some manscaping. Maybe he needs a weed whacker or something down there. I don't know.
How do I get my wife to stop calling me Little Wiener Boy?
Yeah, her last dead boyfriend's name.
We stop it, Froggy. All right.
Maybe they just were doing it too long, and she's like, hurry up.
Wait, what?
Roxanne, do you want to go back out there? Just stay out of the room.
That really was awesome because Harry.
Go back down the hall.
Hurry.
All right. So, listen, I'm moving on now.
Good stuff, man.
Squatter story from hell. Now, we've heard of these stories, and I thought I recalled some years ago that there were some places, some states, where a squatter could take over your house when you're on vacation, and it could be difficult to get them out? I mean, what am I missing here? If you go on vacation, or if somebody squats a home that is not theirs, how can you just not call the police, have them show up, and throw their butts out on the street and give them a trespass warning and say, if you come in here again, we're going to arrest you? Or what about they get arrested for breaking and entering or burglary in the first place? What am I missing here? All right, here's the deal. A Maryland couple, they're saying that these squatters, total strangers, moved into their home that they recently purchased, and the squatters will not get out.
Isn't there all sort of legal angles that could use for them to stay?
That's what I thought. Yeah. I thought I recall reading over the years or hearing over the years that squatters
There's nothing I can do.
Can make it really difficult to get them out, and I don't understand this. So this couple, this Maryland couple, they just signed the contract for their new home in Clinton, Maryland last Thursday. And they decided to drive by, take another look at the home they just purchased to celebrate the purchase, according to Channel 9 WUSA up in Washington, D.C. And they saw a U-Haul truck in the driveway. And people were moving into the house with a U-Haul truck that they had just purchased. And now the strangers, the squatters, will not leave the house. They're claiming they signed the lease for the house. Now, it seems as though someone has tried to take possession of the property, according to Malaya King, who is the couple's real estate agent. You know, we ought to call Andrew Duncan and see if he's had any experience with this, with squatters. And
he must have. He must have.
So there was a time back when all the houses started going into foreclosure, like 2008. They were building like a lot of houses in Riverview, Big Bend area. And my friend's plan was to squat one of those houses. We were down there. And we drove down to it. We drove in a development, and there was all these houses that were vacant. And he's like, "You can just move in. It'll be years before they catch up with you." And he didn't do it, but he was kicking it around as a legitimate option.
Must be hard times for your buddy, huh?
Nah, listen, it's legal. It's not illegal, is it? I don't know. He didn't get arrested. He didn't do it. But, there were a lot of empty houses. He's like, they won't catch you for years. Bank's not coming sniffing around.
MJ, what is it called when you hire people to come in, not you, but people are hired to kick you out of your house?
Evictors.
Yes. There's a great YouTube channel of these guys. They do evictions.
Yeah.
And last week they put one up where they were evicting this old lady. And they went into her basement, and there's like 4 crackheads living in there that she had she's like, what? They're living in her basement, and she had no idea. They got kicked out.
Listen to this. The squatters who moved into the couple's newly purchased house, they put up private property and beware of dog signs on their house that they just purchased, and the squatters won't leave. They won't get out.
I'll shoot a dog if it comes at me on my own property.
Oh, my God.
It's just crazy when you read this story because it's like there's no solution. Like they're just
that house
handcuffed.
might accidentally catch on fire.
Yeah.
Why can't the cops just go in and remove them? Now, I don't know Maryland law. I mean, hell, I don't even know Florida law. Is that Gary, the lawyer that I know?
You could probably get a lawyer
hang on.
or a cop.
Gary DePuri, who is, remember Gary was the mystery safe guy.
The safe guy.
Yeah. Mystery safe.
Oh, the safe with nothing in it.
Hey, Gary.
Yes. Hey, good morning, fellas.
Hey, Gary, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. All right, so you're a lawyer here in Florida. So, Gary, do you have insight? What is Florida law like? So you heard the story. This couple in Maryland buys the house, and then they're driving by the house they just bought, and there's a couple other people are moving in with a U-Haul. They won't get out. They put up no trespassing signs. What's the story in Florida if that happens to you?
I filed a unlawful detainer action at Saturday night about 1 o'clock in the morning on a very similar case. It's a little bit more sophisticated, but effectively it's just squatters. There's something called squatters' rights. So what
the hell gives squatters rights?
Well, once you're in the house, then really it's just a legal dance where they confuse local law enforcement.
Wait a minute. So once they're in the house, once they've broken and entered into a house, once they've burglarized a house, all right, explain.
So once they've gotten into the house, then what they'll do is they'll turn on the water or any indicator. Law enforcement is taught that in order to prove ownership of a house, people have to get their mail there. They have to get a water bill. They're getting electricity. They're any of those things, and it's a balancing test where they're getting a bunch of these things. Their driver's license. Well, the problem is the squatters get in there. They just get one of these things. Law enforcement shows up. They say, "Well, here's our electric bill." Law enforcement then reverts to their training and like, "Oh, they're getting an electric bill. This is their house. I can't do anything." And now you have to go, it's a civil matter, you have to go to court. It gets expensive, it gets hairy. I mean, we might be in court for 3-4 months in some of these cases. Usually I'll knock one of these things out after maybe a month, but they're longer than evictions. And if the people are good, they'll drag it out. What they do often is they forge a fake deed, and they get the deed in their name. And then, of course, it gets very confusing because you have to now prove that the deed is fake. And so you have to call witnesses. It's all just a legal dance in order to give them more time in the house. And the problem is it's not criminalized. Once it's criminalized and people start going to jail, then there's the issue. But then what do? You're going to put the dad in jail, leave the mom and kids out. I mean, you can't put kids in jail. So it gets very, very difficult, very ugly. And it's horrible because people, like in this case, they just bought the house. They're pulling up and there's someone moving into their house on their grade instead.
Are there some states that you know of where it's even more difficult to get rid of squatters?
I really couldn't answer that because I only practice in Florida.
Yeah.
I know that there was a case in New York where the guy was in a house for 12 years.
Oh, my God.
A squatter in a house for 12 years.
Yep.
We might have actually talked about that on the show, actually.
But, Gary, what recourse? I mean, how did you eventually even figure out that he's a squatter? The guy took care of the place for 12 years. You should pay him.
Well, that's the problem. And like in Florida, if you're on, so Fester, let's say that your fence is 1.5 or 2 feet on your neighbor's property for 7 years. Well, you can claim that's yours if you follow. There's a certain test. You can claim that 1.5 foot is yours and increase your property size by 1.5 times, 100 feet or whatever it is. Well, that happens all the time on farmland where it's not just a foot and a half. It's an acre or two or the entire parcel. And because that person has been maintaining it, possibly paying taxes on it, doing all these things, and it's open and notorious. He's not hiding this. That land now becomes his, and that becomes a legal battle. And so and there's all kinds of things that happen. And that kind of falls under the squatters' rights stuff as well, but it gets more sophisticated and more difficult. There's a legal test called COA that we have to go through. But it's crazy. It's crazy if someone can just take your land and you don't know it. And next thing you know, it's just gone.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nightmare story. It's, I think of that movie Pacific Heights was it Michael Keaton where he walked in and he started dismantling and became he became a tenant from hell in that movie Pacific Heights. Hey, Gary, thanks for buzzing in. We appreciate it, man. Good to hear from you.
Anytime. Bye-bye.
Thank you, man. All right, hang on. Let me grab Jesus. Jesus is in Waimama. Hey, Jesus, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, MJ, how's it going?
Go well. What's the story?
The story is, pretty much, the previous caller just said everything was true because I have a property in Waimama that I rent out. And one time there was somebody who was living in a mobile home that I was renting out that wasn't supposed to be there. And I had to call the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department to go and have that person removed. And what that deputy told me is that it is real.
Hang on, I've lost.
Oh, Jesus, your phone died right at the best part.
Hey, Jesus, you there? Come in, Jesus. Oh,
your phone cut out right at the
Hey, Jesus, your phone cut out. You're back. All right, so you had a Hillsborough County deputy tell you, pick it up from there.
Okay, the Hillsborough deputy told me that it is real easy for anybody to claim residence anywhere that they are, and then I would have to go through the whole eviction process.
And start from square one. Like Gary said, it's several months in court.
Yep.
All because of a squatter that had no business being there in the first place.
I don't know why you just can't, show a deed, a mortgage, and say, this is not theirs, get them out, and boom. That's just
It's not like back in the old days where you could just kick anybody out at any time. Now you have to go through the whole process.
That's unbelievable. It's only just squat a property, and then it's a pain in the ass to get them out. Hey, Sus, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. All right, so there you go. Squatters in Maryland. They squatted the same day the couple bought their new house.
Wow.
The same freaking day.
That's terrible luck.
What timing?
Hey, let's drive by our new house, and there's a U-Haul in the driveway, and squatters have moved in.
Usually you don't picture squatters moving in with a U-Haul. You just picture them like, I don't know, overtaking it with their...
Well, they got to bring their stuff in. Of course they have a U-Haul.
I'm just thinking about grifters and who was that? There was a great series. There was The Riches. Did you ever watch The Riches?
Sounds familiar.
What's that guy's name? Eddie something or other. He's an actor, and he became a woman.
I watched the first episode and got bored with it.
You know what? Dude, will you stop it with this? You watch everything you watch. You watch the first episode.
I know. I just can't get into stuff.
You didn't even watch the...
You mean Eddie Izzard?
Eddie Izzard, yes.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah, but didn't he become a woman?
Well, that's like his thing. Like he's a trans.
No, I think he was a guy that became a woman recently.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, there was a TV show called The Riches, and I think it was on FX. Maybe 10. Fester, go to The Riches.
Okay, The Riches.
Yeah, go type in The Riches. Go to the search. We got it?
Yeah, 2 seasons in 2007.
So, man, it was long. It was like 15 years ago. Yeah, so The Riches, it ran on FX, and I was so bummed out with that when that stopped. It was like a grifting family. Hang on a minute. The Riches is an American television drama which was originally broadcast from March 12, 2007 to April 29, 2008 on FX. This series stars Eddie Izzard and Minnie Driver, she's great, as members of a family of Irish travelers, like gypsies, who steal the American dream by stealing the home and identities of a wealthy dead couple. Yeah, the series received positive reviews but was canceled after 2 seasons. Why did they cancel? It was a great show. I'm sure it's on demand. I'm sure you can watch it. I don't know whether FX or Hulu or someone has it, but it was great. If you want to watch something good, The Riches. And they were like this grifting, squatting, scam artist family. And it was really all the rackets they were involved in.
Man, I would love to assume some rich dead guy's identity.
What's the show? I just started watching the Gemstones.
Oh, that's the Righteous Gemstones.
I watched 2 episodes. Yeah, I got tired of it.
Oh, stop it. Froggy, I'm going to come over there and hit you.
That's his go-to line.
Yeah,
In place of real comedy.
Yeah.
No, it actually is hilarious.
Yeah, the Righteous. First of all,
his brother, Danny McBride's brother in that show, is one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life.
You mean Shane?
Yeah.
Shane from
Pitch Perfect and all those movies?
Well,
and that one show?
Oh, no. That's not the guy I'm thinking.
The Youth Pastor brother.
Oh, the Youth Pastor brother.
Yeah.
No, he's hysterical.
He's hilarious.
No, I'm thinking of Walton Goggins, who plays Baby Billy. Baby Billy. Man, remember, he was in The Shield. He was Shane in The Shield, which is another great series. Froggy?
Yeah, I only saw like 3 episodes. I got tired of it.
Let me stop it.
I mean, it didn't grab me.
Get out of here. The Shield was fantastic.
But some stuff you send us on our little text thread that you watch, like you get sucked into. I don't know how he gets sucked into some of the weird stuff you send us.
Froggy sits around and watches stupid YouTube videos all day.
That's all he does.
That's about his attention span.
Only thing I'm watching is season 2 of Big Brother Canada from like 2015.
All right, speaking of television.
Yes.
Fester, it's very funny that you brought this up because I made a note. You sent me some links last night.
Yeah.
I made a note that I wanted to talk about the Uber One commercial that I saw with Tracy Morgan. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw it.
So Tracy Morgan does a commercial for Uber One. Listen to this.
I joined Uber One to save money on my important deliveries, like gravy nachos, staplers, yummy croissants, lady fingers. Meatball sandwiches, a big old bucket of pesto. Can't forget the pesto. Batteries that stop my ceiling from beeping.
So he's like, batteries. Are you so lazy that you can't go to the freaking store to pick up some batteries for your smoke detector?
Okay, this is what this service is.
So Uber, let me tell you right now, I have never had Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates. I've never had any food delivery company to my house ever. If I want to get food and take it out, I'll go pick it up. Chain of custody. I know where the food has been. I know that I'm timing it properly. So it's made. I get it while it's hot. I bring it right home. I don't have little sticky fingered delivery guys maybe dipping into my food while they're driving because they've got a little bit of a hunger pang going on.
Or it just smells so good in the car.
All right, so this...
You think you're too good for Uber Eats?
Is that your Tracy Morgan impersonation?
That is my Tracy Morgan Walmart truck.
All right, that's awful.
Awful.
All right, Fester. So Uber One is a branch of Uber where they'll deliver anything?
Yeah.
And then he talks about, hang on, he talks about taking the chalk so he doesn't get heartburn. Listen to this.
I joined Uber One to save money on my important deliveries, like gravy nachos, staplers, yummy croissants, lady fingers.
Here, listen.
Meatball sandwiches, a big old bucket of pesto. Can't forget the pesto. Batteries that stop my ceiling.
It's
from
coming up here.
beeping. Zoodles, evaporated milk, the chalk I eat when my chest burns.
The chalk I eat when my chest burns. He's talking about like Tums or something. Or antacid.
Yeah.
And on the screen it says, don't eat chalk. Please don't eat. On the screen it says something about please don't eat chalk. He's just talking about the chalky type of pills. The little Tums or whatever, antacid tablets or whatever.
So recently, Uber Eats announced that they will also pick up household items for you as well. So Uber One is a membership that combines.
Isn't that Instacart?
They're all competing in the same space.
I read that Instacart, like deliveries and that interaction with Instacart and customers, was totally on the decline.
As things change in the economy and money gets funny, people are cutting out their Instacart.
But are folks so lazy that they can't go to the store? They can't go to Walmart or Target or whatever to go get some batteries?
Don't say people are lazy.
Stop.
You don't think I sound like him?
No, you don't.
You sound
Play him again.
You sound a little bit like
I
him.
think I sound just like Tracy.
Hold on, I'm closing my eyes. Play a clip.
I'm not indulging Froggy with his awful Tracy Morgan.
Why don't you go to Uber Eats and order some chalk?
Okay, that's Tracy Morgan right there.
It's not. I'm just amazed that Uber Eats now delivers whatever you want.
All kinds of stuff.
All right, what? Go to Home Depot. I want some caulk for my bathtub.
Yes, they will.
I'm in need of some caulk.
I'm too lazy to go to Home Depot or Lowe's or the Ace Hardware store on Bay to Bay.
It's all a service.
Feel free to support family-owned businesses, folks, like the Ace Hardware on Bay to Bay in South Tampa.
Yes, go to Ace. It's the place.
Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, non-gender specific.
Yeah,
employee.
It used to be Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man, but now Ace is the place for the helpful hardware them
person.
Human.
Now it's people or folks or something. I don't know.
I'm not sure. But Uber One is a service that combines Uber and Uber Eats to give you discounts on both.
Right, now, I saw the Tracy Morgan thing.
Yeah.
Which I plan to bring up. You saw, and you know what? I did see this.
I've seen it for a couple of weeks now, but it never hit me like it did yesterday.
And then you decided to do some research.
Well, it was my wife, because I saw it and I laughed at the punchline of the commercials. And then my wife is sitting on the couch next to me. She's like, is that even a real site?
All right,
and I'm like, I don't know. And I went to it, and then it was even funnier.
Sarah Silverman, who my wife and I really dislike.
Why? She's funny.
I don't know. We just dislike her.
I think she's pretty funny.
All right, thank you, Tracy.
Thank you,
Okay.
So Sarah Silverman does a commercial for this whole Uber One as well for people that are too lazy to get off their asses and go get batteries at Target. All right, listen.
I joined Uber One because I hate delivery fees and I need to save money for when I get canceled. And I don't want to go back to selling pictures of my feet. I mean, how would I even do that? Find out at bignaturaltoes.net.
Join Uber One, or don't, I don't care.
So I thought
Yeah,
that
her
was a pretty
voice is-
funny commercial. You know,
How'd her feet
Hysterical.
look?
join it or don't. I don't
She
care.
mentions this website, bignaturaltoes.net.
And
That's not for real, is it?
okay, so I'm sitting there watching and I've seen this commercial 20 times, and I've
Obviously,
never,
it's a racket part of their little commercial.
So I instantly know it's going to be some kind of promotion again for Uber
Right,
One. I
of
never went
course.
to the website.
I mean, if she mentions bignaturaltoes.net, this is not some kind of fetish website. It's obviously a promotional gimmick with Sarah Silverman for the whole Uber One deal.
so my wife asks, "Is that a real site?" And I was like, "It's a joke site for Uber One."
So let me guess, you actually went to bignaturaltoes.net
and
last
I had
night.
my speaker on the phone all the way up, and
Yep.
instantly it loads and it starts playing.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Here's what happens when Fester goes to bignaturaltoes.net.
Holy crap, you actually typed in bignaturaltoes.net? Pervert! Well, you're here now, so you should probably get something from it. Here's a big natural discount on Uber One. Enjoy it, sicko.
It's like she's talking to you.
So
What was that?
I don't know.
Beep?
What was the thing at the end?
I don't know.
What was that?
That was her.
That was her going, yay! Really?
Her voice is kind of.
Could she be that? Well, you know what? She found a way to make herself more annoying by going, yay! At the end of the
I think that's hysterical. You went there, you sicko.
Big Natural Toes. I wonder how many hits they've gotten.
Oh, okay. Everybody go look at Sarah's toes right now. Google Sarah Silverman feet.
I don't want to.
I'm not looking at
She
Sarah.
looks like a me with a wig.
I'm not looking at Sarah Silverman's toes.
What's her rating on Wiki Feet?
We're blocked from WikiFeet in this
We
building.
can't find out. You have to log on your phone, Froggy.
No, it's amazing. I mean,
Will do.
We can't go to Powerball.com in our building. I've been asking them to unblock Powerball.com since we got here 2 years ago, and they still can't unblock it. I don't know what's going on. So our company uses some kind of a third-party net nanny kind of, website filtering to keep the porn out. Like, Roxanne's addicted, and she can't go to her favorite sites while she's at work.
Oh my
Such a problem.
Yeah,
God.
it's a big problem.
Look at her horrible toes.
Get off Sarah
I don't want to
Silverman's
talk about Sarah.
She can hang upside down from trees with these things.
But speaking of Powerball, the number is big enough right now that I will actually buy some tickets on the way home today. All right, hold on. We got to talk about Powerball. We got to talk about also a cooking situation that is like causing all kinds of fights on the internets. There's a cooking situation. I'm trying to think of a better way to put it. There's a cooking dilemma.
Situation.
No, there's a cooking debate or a cooking dilemma. And it has to do with, what are you laughing at?
Roxanne gives the same word, only mispronounces it worse. The cooking situation. How is it? Situation?
Somebody is cooking something very common, but the way they're cooking it, it's like, it's totally causing like a little meltdown online. All right, that and a whole lot more. We got a lot to cram in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. Stand by. Hey, folks, I want to... MJ Morning Show, Q105. 9:32, MJ with the crew, Roxanne and Froggy and Fester, and we just got the Brady Bunch in. Now, I looked up. No one's done this. Of course, there's all kinds of stuff over the years with the Brady Bunch, Tom Brady and the Brady Bunch. But Giselle's last name, it lends itself because it's Bunchin. The Brady Bunchin.
I just got word there's a morning show in Medford that did it. Maniac Marty in the morning party.
No, they didn't.
Hey, Maniac Marty.
So this morning at 6 o'clock, we're talking about, I for whatever reason, it just popped into my head this morning. I'm like, guys, we ought to do a song, the Brady Bunchin, with the whole Tom Brady and Giselle Bunchin looming divorce and, the apparent marital issues here. Why don't we do the Brady Bunchin? So I turned it over to one of my song parody experts, and here we are, 3 hours later.
Wow.
Boom.
That's good turnaround time.
I got it. Are you ready for the world premiere of the Brady Bunchin?
Oh, God, yes.
Yes.
Here we go. World premiere, MJ Morning Show.
Here's the story of a man named Brady who was busy playing football with his team. He was old at 45 with lots of it seems.
45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who is busy with kids and a big home. And when he unretired, she was all alone. Till the one day when the lady told this fellow that she sat down with her lawyers at a luncheon. And he knew that he was now in trouble. That's the way that they became the Brady Bunchin. The Brady Bunchin. The Brady Bunchin. That's the way they became the Brady Bunchin.
I love it.
At least you didn't shoehorn Bunchin in.
No, that's the funny.
Brady Bunchin.
But that's the funny part.
Did he get it to rhyme with
Luncheon?
Luncheon.
He did.
Well,
He did.
I said that this morning. I'm
Yeah.
like, did we say something about luncheon and
Yeah.
bunchin?
You could
That's
expand.
my writing credit.
You could expand on those lyrics and get work Munchin in there.
Oh, my God. I love it. I got to hear it again. I want to hear it one more time.
Yeah, I really like it.
But nobody has done the Brady Bunchin.
Maybe now we know why. Play it again.
The only word that rhymes with bunchin
is luncheon.
No, Munchin does
Lunchin,
too.
Munchin,
Crunchin.
Oh, that's too crunching.
Crunchin',
All right, I guess you're right.
Hunchin'.
All right. Here we go.
Here's the story of a man named Brady who was busy playing football with his team. He was old at 45 with lots of it seems.
45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who is busy with kids and a big home. And when he unretired, she was all alone. Till the one day when the lady told this fellow that she sat down with her lawyers at a luncheon. And he knew that he was now in trouble. That's the way that they became the Brady Bunchin. The Brady Bunchin. The Brady Bunchin. That's the way they became the Brady Bunchin.
My favorite line is, and she met her lawyers at luncheon.
No, I thought I got luncheon out pretty smooth.
I love
Lunch
it.
on.
I love it.
It's pretty good.
But you have to emphasize luncheon because that's going to come back to be bunchin.
Bunchin. Oh, man. Look at that. MJ Morning Show, 3-hour turnaround.
Send it to TMZ.
We should. You know what? TMZ would. We got to watermark that thing first, though. The Brady Bunchin.
Got to make a video.
Oh, man.
Can we get Tom and Giselle to come in and make a video?
Listen, I feel a little guilty, though, because I don't wish marital ills on anybody. I mean,
It's no fun.
Even though Tom Brady's making a fortune, he's got this, nearly $400 million alleged Fox deal with the NFL on Fox. with Tom Brady making $375 million over
Don't
10
worry.
years, whatever the heck it is.
When Michelle finally leaves you, we'll come up with a good parody.
Fight
There
you.
goes the Schnitt house. They finally got divorced. There goes the Schnitt house.
Yeah, bite your tongue.
I'm sorry for laughing.
Ow,
Why are you
I did.
laughing? Why are you laughing at this? It's not
Well,
funny.
That's what you're doing to Tom and Giselle.
Well, no, I'm about to say that I do feel guilty, though.
I don't feel guilty.
Listen to me.
The Schnitt has hit the fan.
All right, Froggy, we shut up, please. I do feel a little bad, though, because I don't wish any ill will on Tom Brady, even though he's superstar football player with, I can't even count, what do you got? Was he have 7 Super Bowl, whatever the heck it is.
7, I think.
You know, I do feel bad for Tom. He is a guy. He's got a family. He's got kids. You know,
a lot of stuff going on.
I mean, he does. I mean, I do feel bad for Tom Brady. And Tom, I apologize for the parody song, but it is very funny. And that's kind of what we do around here. But still, I'm just being honest that I feel a little bad because I don't want to make fun of his issues. And
I don't feel bad for mega rich celebrities.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for people who are on TV. You know, tough luck. Go what did you get, Tom?
What if you're on public access?
You could have married a librarian.
I'm just saying that I feel a little bad that the marriage is having issues right now. But, you know, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. We don't know if it's the unretiring. We don't know if it's anything else. There's been a ton of rumors flying around, which, you know, there's certain things that I haven't even brought up.
Tom has always struck me as a guy, at least publicly, who kind of pokes fun at himself occasionally. So maybe he would just find it hilarious.
You think
himself.
he wants me to send them an MP3 of this?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Here's the story of a man named Brady who was busy playing football with his team. He was old at 45 with lots of it seems.
45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who is busy with kids and a big home.
I want to hear Luncheon again.
And when he unretired, she was all alone. Till the one day when the lady told this fellow that she sat down with her lawyers at a luncheon. And he knew that he was now in trouble. That's the way that they became the Brady Bunchin'. The Brady Bunchin'. The Brady Bunchin'. That's the way they became the Brady Bunchin'.
All right. The song doesn't make sense. The more I listen to it,
why?
Because how would they become the Brady Bunchin'
They're
from their break?
Because it's even
That's the way they became the Brady Bunch.
No, because it further delineates the separation of the names. Tom Brady, and she never became Giselle Brady.
Oh, I didn't know the deep analysis.
It further delineates that they are going to be Tom Brady and Giselle.
they're separate ways.
Even more, that's the Brady Bunch.
I get it.
All right.
You're like Elton John's writer, man. You're good.
I'm Bernie Taupin.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Thinking about women forever.
All right. Couple of things here before we get out of here. This is dividing the internet, folks. And think about this. There is a person that said, why can't I cook my steak directly on the stovetop?
Huh?
You know
on the burner?
The ceramic, you know, the induction heat, you know, the black like ceramic stovetops that you turn it on and you get it glows red.
Yeah.
Guy's cooking his steak right on, no pot, no pan, just putting the steak right on the burner. And when you think about it, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, because sometimes if you get little bits of food on the burner, it burns to pieces.
It scrapes right up.
Exactly. That is that flat ceramic induction top or whatever they call it. And those, why can't you put your steak right on the glass or ceramic stovetop? And this has kind of divided the internet where folks are like, oh my God, this is genius. And other folks are like, you can't do this. And the person's doing it.
I mean, it would make a little bit of a mess, but big deal.
No, it's not a mess. I mean, if you have a pot of pasta water that boils over, it's going to make a mess. You clean it up.
What? Can you do it with stovetop? On the stove?
Hold on, are you speaking English over there?
Well, he's putting a stovetop joke together here.
Stovetop stuffing.
A stovetop on a stovetop. That's pretty next level humor right there. I mean, it's not funny, but it's witty.
Say it again.
Can you do it with
stovetop stuffing?
Comma on a
Stovetop.
Obviously,
And then a steak on top of the stovetop.
Listen. Obviously, it's going to be a little difficult to keep like water and all the components together. A steak is one hunk of meat.
It was just a repetitive humor joke. It wasn't a really good one, but
yeah.
I'm sure you can. Remember, Fisher made eggs on the grill
Listen,
one time.
So on the ceramic cooktop, on the glass range, I have made on low heat. I've made quesadillas where you put the tortillas straight onto the heat source. And
So you have that type of stove?
Yeah, I have that
You have
glass top
the
stove.
glass, the ceramic top that
Yeah.
glows red, right?
Right.
Hey, listen, I just thought I'd bring this up.
Okay, well, listen, I got to tell you why you shouldn't do that. Because Ceramibrite is what you clean it with. So then you have the Ceramibrite particles in the stove that are going to cook into your steak.
So then just use soapy water and clean the Ceramibrite or whatever the hell it is off your cooktop.
You should see all the crap I clean my regular pots and pans.
Or
with.
soap and water to clean your steak after you cook it.
All right, guys, we got to roll. I got a ton of stuff we didn't get to, so that means the Tuesday show is already jammed up good.
Yeah, because you played the Brady Bunch song
17 times. Yeah.
Brady Bunch. Oh, God.
Oh, you'll hear it tomorrow, people.
We got to get out of here.
Guys, I got to go. I got a lunch on to get to.
Are we giving away Howl of Scream tickets, or is that over with? All done with Howl of Scream tickets? What if I want to give away another pair? Is that going to come out of my pocket?
Yeah, if you want to pay for them.
All right. Hey, before we get out of here, if it's time for a move, don't get scared.